Hello?
Hi, is this Kevin?
Yeah?
Hey, Kevin, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. You ever heard of it?
Maybe. How did you get my number?
Well, I got your number from a listener of ours, actually. They emailed us about you.
What?
Yeah, there's somebody who listens to our show, has been trying to get a hold of you, but you aren't calling them back, so they asked if we could get you on the phone and find out why you're not calling them. Her name is Caroline.
Oh.
And you guys recently went out on a date.
Yeah.
Did you like Caroline?
She emailed you about...
Yeah, she liked you enough to actually email a radio show to get you on the phone and find out why you're not calling her back.
Oh,
That's a little bit of a compliment, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I really was hoping that she wouldn't call me back.
Oh.
Okay, so you don't want to get a hold of her.
No, I do not.
What was so bad about the date?
I got myself into something I was not prepared for.
Really?
I'm guessing.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we met on this dating website, and, it's like they say, it's too good to be true, and that was one of the worst 2 hours of my life.
Oh.
Wait,
Why was it so bad?
the whole thing?
The whole thing, it just did not start out on the right foot.
She did tell us how she put you in a headlock at the end of the date and forced you to kiss her.
Oh, that was not fun, but I was over it way before that.
Really?
Really?
She swore that you kissed her back for like a long time.
To try to get her away, she was holding me.
You're like, all right, fine, I'll kiss you then. So at what point were you over the date with her then?
I was over the date within the first 10 minutes, I think.
How could you be over a date in the first 10 minutes? That means that you're not even giving somebody a chance.
No, well, we were going over the menu, and the whole time she's talking about how it's her cheat night and how she's got to get her macros and micros, and she just, every single item on the menu, she's talking about its nutritional, value.
Yeah.
And she goes into her bag and whips out this little blue pill, and she hands it to me, and I go, "What is this?" And she said, "It's a suppository probiotic."
Did you just...
A suppository probiotic?
For her or for you?
For me.
She wanted you to take a suppository?
I've known this girl for 11 minutes, and she hands me a pill and tells me to shove it up my...
What did you say?
I kept saying no, and she just kept insisting that I take it. She's like, "Here, try it. It's really good for you." And I'm like, no, thank you. So after I finally made it clear that I wasn't going to take it, she says, "Well, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom to take mine."
Oh,
So she
wow.
leaves, goes to the bathroom. I'm sitting there wondering if she's being serious, then comes back saying, "Oh, it's so much better. I feel so much better now. Let's eat. Let's have a fun date."
Describe that exchange to me again. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard.
She hands me this pill, and she goes, "Do you know what this is?" And I said, "No, I don't know what it is." And she goes, "Oh, it's a probiotic, specially designed to help promote healthy colon ecology or something."
It's colon digestion, if you are listening correctly.
What?
Hey, Kevin, that's Caroline. She's actually on the other line. Caroline, you were supposed to wait until I called you into the conversation.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't even wait. I was tapping my feet over here. Like, are you serious right now?
Oh, my God, really?
I was nice enough, first of all, to share my stuff. I mean, that's expensive stuff, okay? And it's for your digestion. It's for your health. I was just trying to be nice and share my knowledge and share what I know. And yes, it was my cheat night. And honestly, I wasn't going to ruin my digestion for a date, okay? Somebody that I only knew for 11 minutes.
Look, Caroline, if you want to go take a suppository, go right ahead. Go to the bathroom. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to encourage me to join in.
I know, but I was just trying to be nice. Okay, you were asking me so many questions about fitness, and you were letting me talk about it.
No.
I got
You
really
were talking about fitness incessantly, so I was being polite and asking you questions because it was obviously what you wanted to talk about.
Well, no offense, but how do you think my body got to look like this if I didn't do all of the things I was talking about? It's good for you. That's why I offered it in the first place.
It's gross. That's why I said no.
Carla, do you really not see a problem with asking someone to take a suppository?
Thank
No,
you.
I offered it, okay? I offered it. I was nice enough to pull it out of my bag. I let him know what it was about, what it was for. And those suppositories I make myself at home, okay? And I keep them in my bag whenever I know I'm going to have a cheat meal.
You make
nice
them
enough.
yourself?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I make them myself. What's wrong with that?
She makes her own butt pills.
That's impressive, Caroline.
Homemade suppositories?
Yes, I make them myself because I'm trying to make a fitness line that I want to push, and this is like my baby. This is my number one genius idea, okay? So I've been working on it really, really hard.
So, Kevin, she was just trying to share her love of suppository supplements with you. That's all.
Why can't she push it at the gym? Why does she have to push it over cocktails?
I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, look, you know, for my profile that I'm into fitness, I'm very heavy into it. You know,
Caroline, I'm not talking about the fitness. It's one thing to talk about fitness. It's another thing to try to get me to put a pill up my butt.
That is a
It's
good
not
point.
like I offered to put it in there for you.
Hey,
I don't understand what the problem is.
hey, Kevin, would you like to go out on a second date with Caroline?
No!
Are you sure? You're positive?
Final answer.
I don't even want to go out with this guy anyway. Kevin, you are just not the person that I want at all in my life. So, no thank you.
Caroline, maybe in the future, just take it easy on the suppositories for like the first 20 minutes.
You know what? I'm not going to change who I am for anybody. So, I'll just make sure I look for somebody that is as into fitness as I am, and that's it. Like, I will not change myself.
All right.
I will
Well,
bring those suppositories, and I'm going to make a lot of money.
You,
You go, girl.
you do you.
all right. Well, I'll find you a date, Caroline. Text in right now, 78592, if you're not scared to put a pill in your butt on the first date. I will hook you up with Caroline.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, is Samantha there?
No, she's in the shower. Can I take a message?
Sure. Who am I speaking with?
This is and is this stuff at office?
Maybe. I'd really like to speak to Samantha, please.
I'm her boyfriend. I can speak for her. It's fine.
You're her boyfriend.
Yeah. Are you calling us back about the appointment?
Yes, I am, and the results are all back.
What are you talking about? We haven't been in yet.
Oh, no, I got all the results right here.
No, I'm sure we haven't been in yet. We were coming in for the pregnancy test.
Oh. Those are the results you're looking for.
Yeah, is this Dr.
Yes, it is. And you say that you haven't been in for the pregnancy test yet.
No, we haven't been in for the pregnancy test yet.
Okay. All right, what I'm looking at is wrong then. I'm sorry. My notes say that you guys went in. So you need an appointment?
Yeah, that's what we were waiting on.
Okay, got it. Cool. Well, I should talk to her about this.
I mean, she's in the shower, but I guess you could call back.
All right, I'll do that. How about that? I'll check my notes because obviously something I got is screwed up. It says that you've already been in and you haven't, so I'll check my notes and then I'll give her a call, okay?
All right. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. What was your name again?
Oh, I'm Kevin.
Kevin, looking forward to seeing you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Oh,
Wow.
my God.
Is that a
Hey,
joke?
Harry?
I don't even know what to say. What the
Oh, my
I,
God.
I hope you don't mind me letting that guy go. I felt like
That's
I felt
not-
like I shouldn't have revealed to him that this was a big thing.
Oh my God.
So there's that. Yeah, I felt like
This is.
as soon as he started talking about doctor's office, I was just screwing with him, and then as soon as he said the pregnant thing, I was like, I can't do it, man.
Yeah, that's intense, man.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna contact?
I'm not
her?
going to do anything.
But look at the timing. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but If you're talking about you hooked up a month ago and she's just now going to a doctor's office?
No. We use protection, definitely.
Sometimes it can fail, you know.
That's not 100%.
I just can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Dude.
Neither can
I don't know what to say. I mean, like, nothing like this has ever happened to me before. This is...
I can still, try to call back and get her on the phone at some point and see if I can get you.
No. I don't want to get involved in any way.
Do you think that there's any way that maybe this is like a new boyfriend? I'm just trying to look at like some sort of positive out of this.
That she wants to have a baby with?
I don't know, Lydia.
I think it's pretty obvious here, Harry.
Oh, this is
She was at the bar drunk, hooked up with you, realized that she made a mistake, probably feeling guilty.
Of course.
Not calling you back because she has a boyfriend who she thinks may have gotten her pregnant.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is so insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no idea. She seemed single.
Yeah, did she ever say to you throughout your day, did she seem like she had a boyfriend or anything at all?
Not at all.
Did she seem like she had a bun in the oven at all?
No.
No, okay. I don't know. Some guys are attracted to that. I don't know.
She
Like,
was
maybe-
at a bar drinking all night, Jubal. I think that's a pretty indication, good indication.
Not really.
I just can't believe that happened.
Well, this is normally the time where I'm like, hey, do you want to go on a second date? We'll pay for it. I don't really know how to handle this one at all.
What do we do?
I guess I can send you out on the date with a text messenger. Somebody texts into the show. Do you want a date with just a random person from the show?
I think I should be more cautious on who I go out with.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
exactly.
you.
Because
Finally.
trust me, you don't want to date with anybody that's texting into our show at 78592. All right, well, at least you got your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope for you that, like, 17 years from now, some kid doesn't show up and go, hey, we have the same nose. You hooked up with my mom years ago.
Oh, God. That is not funny at all.
I think it is, a little bit.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Allison, please?
this is Allison,
Hey, Allison, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
the radio show.
Yes.
Hey.
How you doing?
Fine.
I'm calling you, actually, because you recently went out on a date with a listener of our show.
I did.
Yeah. His name is Mark.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you've been blowing him off for a couple weeks since your date, and he asked us to call and see if we could find out why.
He said I was blowing him off.
Mm-hmm. He said he's been trying to go out with you ever since your date, and you keep, like, postponing it.
Yeah, but I'm not blowing him off. I genuinely just needed to postpone it.
Okay. Should I tell him that you're actually going to go out with him one of these days then?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you waiting for?
Well, I mean, this is just, it's important, and I want to make sure that, like, I'm totally there for it. So
Okay.
I just needed to have the right time.
Are you trying to end another relationship?
No, definitely not. No, I'm single.
Okay. Well, Mark wants to know, because that's why he emailed us. Because you know how it is if you go out with someone and they keep, going, hey, I can't go out this week, maybe next week, and then they keep doing that. At a certain point, you feel like they don't like you.
I never meant to do that. Like, that was not my intention at all. No, I just needed more time.
So
Okay, because he's starting to get that vibe from you that you don't want to go out with him. What can I tell him then?
Can you just tell him that I just needed a couple extra days just to kind of get some things together?
That sounds so sketchy, though, Allison.
But it's not. It really isn't sketchy. I just needed a couple more days. I promise. I really do like him.
Are you just like out of time? Like you don't have enough time in your day, and your job's really demanding, or
I kind of would rather not tell you guys because I think it might sound crazy, and I would really not want to come off like a crazy person.
That makes me want to know even more what it is, Allison.
Yeah, I'm thinking like you're going to get a boob job or something, and you need to get that finished.
No, not at all. I just feel like this could be the most important second date of my life, and I'd really rather not ruin the surprise.
Whoa, you like him that much?
Wow.
I do. I mean, I've been working on this picture book for him for the last, couple of months, and I just want to make sure that it's perfect, and it's just not ready yet to give to him, and so I'm just trying to finish it.
You say you've been working on a picture book?
Yeah.
Have you
Of
even,
what?
I mean, I've been working on collecting some photos of the last, year or so of, I guess, like of me liking him and like of our.
Allison, I guess I'm confused.
A year?
You guys went on that one date.
Yeah.
Right? Had you known each other beforehand? Because when we talked to him, he says that he knew you worked in the same building and you met like at a lunch.
Well, yeah, in terms of like us dating, but I've known of him for about a year and a half or so. One of my girlfriends at work pointed him out to me, and we were with two totally separate groups, but our eyes met, and I just knew it was perfect. Like we were gonna date, and so I had to wait it out.
So are the pictures? So what? I guess I don't understand exactly what you're building. You said a picture book. But what is a picture book of? Collages or something?
Just like who we were before we started dating. So, like, I went to his high school and I got his high school yearbook photo.
What?
With that in it. And I recently dyed my hair blonde, so I have like the before and after photo. Like, so like who we were before we got together.
And
Allison?
you're planning on giving him this on your second date.
Yeah.
And that's...
I mean, I think he'd really appreciate it. I think he'd really love it.
Wait, don't you have girlfriends to tell you that this is like crazy?
This isn't crazy. It's like a book of my feelings and all of what we were before we're going to be together. And it's, you know, like, I know how much he likes blondes, and the fact that I went and dyed my hair blonde, he's just going to appreciate it so much.
Allison, you know what? You're right. Allison.
When we get married, we're going to have this, like, shown at the wedding of, like, what our lives were like before we were together.
Allison, you know what? If somebody had done that for me on a second date, I would think that that was so sweet.
You are such a liar.
And no. I would think that, you know, it'd be nice if somebody went to all that work for me. Give me a picture book of things for the last year.
Yeah, see?
No, Allison. No.
I just wanted it to be sweet, like, and that's why I can't see him yet. It's not ready.
All right, Allison. Well, then I will tell him to just hold tight, and you will eventually go out with him. That's the message you want me to pass along?
That's exactly it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Allison, I also need to let you know that Mark is on the other line and just heard that. Mark?
Yeah.
Say hi to Allison.
Oh, my gosh.
Allison? What's going on? You've been collecting pictures of me? Allison?
What is going
Mark, it wasn't that you weren't supposed to find out about it this way. Like, I have this beautiful book that I've just been working on, and I just wanted you to see it, and I haven't been blowing you off, I swear.
So you've been working on this since way before we even met?
I mean, yeah, because you were in a relationship, and so I knew that we couldn't be together. I'm not that kind of girl. Like, of course I was going to wait until you were single.
How did you even know I was in a relationship?
I mean, like, we had mutual friends in at work, and so I just, you know, I knew some things about you.
But you've been, like, stalking me for the past year?
No. I'm not that kind of crazy person. I'm not a stalker at all.
What kind of crazy person
I just
are
wanted
you?
to make sure that, like, you knew what our life was like before, and it was documented.
Allison, this is creepy.
It's not at all. Like, it's really just meant to be sweet and endearing, and you're really gonna love it when you see it. I promise.
I feel unsafe.
I don't think anybody blames you for that, Mark.
Allison,
Holy cow.
I think you've officially scared Mark a little bit.
Because of you. Because it wasn't supposed to be like this. He was supposed to see it on our date, and now you ruined it, and everybody knows it. I was supposed to show him this book, and he was supposed to just be so happy to see it.
Yeah, Allison, you know what? I'm sorry I screwed that up for you.
Thank you for the apology, but that doesn't change anything.
Allison, in your mind, how was this going to play out exactly? He was going to fall in love with you after you gave him a book?
Who the do you think you are?
Oh!
That is exactly what was supposed to happen.
Oh, honey.
Don't oh honey me. You know this was a genius plan, and you're just upset because you didn't think about it.
Oh, my gosh. There's so many things wrong with this.
You guys are such ass. How dare you spoil this
Allison,
on the radio for me?
Allison,
you ruined the surprise.
I don't know. Hey,
You
hey,
ruined
Allison.
Everything. You made me
Look,
talk and everything.
Allison, I know that you're upset, but I haven't even asked if Mark would go out with you again. Like, the whole thing might not be ruined. Mark, would you like to go out with Allison again on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No.
See? It's because of you. You
Yes.
own this. You did this.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Allison. I think Allison's gone.
Oh, my
Man.
gosh.
I'm scared for my safety. And, Mark, I
Yeah.
think you might need to find a new job and a new town.
I think calling you guys might have literally saved my life.
I think you're right.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Jimmy, please?
Yeah, this is Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio program.
Why's a radio program calling me?
Well, because one of our listeners actually emailed us and asked if we could get you on the phone. Her name is Amanda, and you recently took her out on a date.
Oh.
Okay. So
Holy
Amanda
cow.
emailed us and told us about your date. And she also said she really liked you a lot, and she's wondering why you're not calling her back. She said it's been like 2 weeks since you guys went out. She's been hoping you would call to ask her on a second date, but she's heard nothing. And she's wondering, is there...
I bet she did.
Whoa.
What did you
bet
just
she
say?
did.
I said I bet she did.
Why do you say it like that?
Well, Amanda is, oh boy. Amanda is, she's something else.
We talked to her, just to let you know, we talked to her. She told us about meeting you. Thought it was really cool the way
I'm
you...
sure she did.
Did you?
She didn't sound like anything that... I mean, you...
Can I say she's a real pisser on the air?
Sure. What do you mean by that? Like, she had problems...
She's a nightmare.
She's a nightmare? Did you say she's a nightmare?
She was a nightmare.
Why is she a nightmare?
Well, what did she tell you?
She just said you guys went out to dinner and had some good conversation, ended the date with a kiss on the cheek, and she was hoping to hear from you again. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, okay. Amanda is a very attractive woman, but I could tell everything about her from her food order.
What do you mean? Like, she's a vegetarian and you just can't stand those people? Like, I feel the same.
Oh, it's a lot worse than that.
Okay, well, what could be worse?
So much worse.
What did she do just ordering food that pissed you off enough to, like, call her a pisser or whatever?
Well, let me give you a blow-by-blow description. She started off by asking for bottled water, no ice, and it couldn't be tap water. It had to be bottled. She explained all this to the waiter.
Okay.
Why is that so offensive to you, though?
Oh, that's not offensive. That was just the opening salvo.
All right.
It got worse from there. Then she explained that she had certain dietary restrictions.
Like,
Couldn't eat any red meat,
Okay.
no gluten, no dairy, no fish that swim.
What? But crab
no
are
fish
fine.
that swim?
I don't, you know, like...
Yeah, now let that sink in.
So no gluten, no dairy, no fish that swim. She's a picky eater, obviously.
Yeah, I even asked her, I said, what do you mean fish that swim?
Oh, so she...
And she made this little wavy motion with her hand, you know, fish that swim. I said, yeah, I know fish that swim. Don't all fish swim? She said, no, you know, there's some little fish that walk around, you know, like shrimp, lobsters, anything with little bitty legs are okay.
Is that
Okay.
just because she like has like an allergy or something?
Who knows?
I thought you were just saying it like as a figure of speech when you were talking fish that swims. I didn't realize that was the exact words that came out of her mouth.
No, she actually said fish that swim. You know, I was going to just take it at face value, but she went on to explain to me that fish that swim have a higher mercury content, and so if you eat fish that swim, you're slowly killing yourself.
You sound really upset about this.
I wanted to eat a whole fish right then.
Okay, so is it... all right, so she's a picky eater. I've never heard the fish that swims thing before. Why not?
Me either.
Why not go out with her on a second date, though? Is that the only bad thing?
Well, wasn't that enough?
I don't know. I mean,
This girl is high maintenance.
okay,
Yeah.
it's a high maintenance issue.
Can I ask, because I'm just curious, what did she end up ordering for dinner?
I don't know, some sort of salad with water dressing.
You know something about her?
Water dressing.
With water dressing. So we talked to her about your date, and she didn't mention her dietary restrictions. But she did also say you're the only guy that has ever not called her back for a second date. You know that?
Yeah.
That's kind of hard for me to believe. I can't imagine all the other guys in her life have put up with that.
Oh, my gosh.
You know what, Jimmy? Thank you for being honest with us, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay, and now I feel like I must be honest with you because Amanda is actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
Hey, what?
Yeah, I am here, and I'm hearing what you're saying about me.
Oh. Hey, Amanda.
I care about what goes in my body, and obviously you don't. It's not high maintenance.
No, I was caring about what went in your body in a completely different way than what you were thinking.
Oh, sir.
Thank you for taking the words out of my mouth, Jimmy. I was hoping I didn't have to make that joke.
You're a jerk.
Dude, Jim, I will say, to stand up for her, what do you expect? The hottest girl you've ever seen to then go down a cheeseburger?
Thank
You can't have that body that she probably has and also mow down on cheese fries all the time.
Look, haven't you ever heard the phrase, no matter how hot she is, there's some guy that's just tired of her
Yes, I
For
have.
your information, I didn't even want a second date. I literally just wanted this to happen to find out why you didn't call me back, why you were such a jerk. Obviously, I'm the hottest girl that you've ever gone out with, so that's for you.
Look, I'm not going to lie. You're very hot, okay? But and I'd totally sleep with you once, but I just don't want to eat with you again.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, that leads me to my question. Jimmy, would you like to go on a second date with Amanda? There'll be no eating.
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Oh, what
I was going to
is
say, you
it?
guys, I would pay for you guys to go to dinner, but you don't even have to do that. You can just sleep together once. Not interested either, Amanda, huh?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not missing out there, Amanda, whatsoever.
Clearly. You know what? You're just a low-class jerk, and you obviously can't handle a woman like me.
Whoa.
I don't want to handle a woman like you. I'd rather handle a woman that eats fish, that swims. And by the way, I don't care what you think. All fish swim.
Well, this was definitely not a successful second date update, but we can try to answer the question on our text message board, 78592. Do all fish swim? Text it in. There's something way more important going on now.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to James, please?
Yeah, this is he.
James, how you doing, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show?
Yeah, I think I've heard of that. Why are you calling me?
Just to talk.
No, that's not why we're calling you.
You know, we're calling random people who might listen to the show and just saying, hey, what's up, James? What's new in your life, you know? It's been a while.
I don't actually listen to your show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, then in that case, I'll just tell you that we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So we got an email about you from one of our listeners, and her name is Tanya.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, it is Tanya.
No, thank you. No, thanks.
Wait, no thank you as in you don't want to talk about Tanya, or you don't care to know what she emailed us?
Really, any of it. I don't want to be any part of that drama whatsoever.
Okay.
That girl's evil. And I don't want. No, thank you. I'm good.
Evil. All right, hold on, though. James, don't go anywhere. Listen, hear me out for a second, all right? Because Tanya did email us, and she told us what happened on your date and the fact that her ex-husband came over to her house while you guys were, like, hanging out on the couch or whatever. And she feels bad about that. I don't think that makes her evil.
And it sounds like she maybe wasn't like totally honest with you because she's actually still in the middle of the divorce, not totally divorced yet, but they're separated. Like they're not a thing.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I do not want to be part of any of this drama. So
No.
thank you for calling. I'm gonna go.
Well, hold up, James. I don't think there's as much drama as you think, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sounds like, I mean, from her description, I mean, yeah, that's super awkward that her ex-husband would walk in when you guys were hanging out on the couch, but it doesn't sound like there was like a big beef or something.
No, it seems like I know a whole lot more about this than you guys do.
What?
Well, you were there, so that would make
Yeah,
sense.
all we know is what Tanya told us, And what she told us is that her ex came over and then you left thinking that maybe there was more going on.
Yeah, there is a whole lot more going on.
What else
Okay,
is
well,
going
can you
on?
tell us?
I mean-
Just real quick?
No, I told you I'm going to go, so I really
No,
don't want to
come on,
talk about
James.
any of this stuff, man.
It's really quick,
Can you
man.
just, for a second, we'll get you off the phone quick, I promise. Tell us one thing, like what else is there to the story?
If you really want to know,
Yes, just like I said, quickly.
after the date, I was completely pissed off by the whole situation. So I go to our friend and I'm like, why would you even put me in that situation? Like, why would you do that to me? And she wouldn't tell me, and she was like being coy or whatever. And eventually she came out with it that Tanya's still in love with her ex and that she'd planned the whole thing just so that, like, he would show up and see us together and set me up. And
What?
I was a pawn in this whole game for her to make her ex-husband jealous.
Oh.
Wait, so she like set up the timing of her ex coming back into the house just so her ex could see.
Yeah, apparently she told her ex what time we'd be there so that the timing would work out so that he would walk in on us.
Whoa, are
And
you?
you have a problem with that?
sure?
Yeah.
That's a problem for you, James?
Yeah, I've got a big problem with that because I don't like to be used in that way
Yeah.
or, put on the spot like I'm being put on the spot right now. So,
Oh
so-
my God! But that doesn't make sense. If that's what she was doing, why would she contact us to get you and her to go out on a second date?
Because she's evil. Like I said, she's crazy and she's evil, and that's all this whole thing is about. So
Yeah, but it takes a lot of effort to email a radio show and then talk to us and then call you and do all that. If she didn't actually like you and she was just trying to set up her ex, do you think she would do all that?
It's actually not that much effort to email someone. So she's just
That's a very good point.
Yeah, good point.
But I
Well,
don't get it. Why
James-
would her friend call her out like that?
I don't know. I really I'm really over all of this, and so the whole situation.
Oh,
There's
man.
literally nothing you can say to make me feel better about this. So I should really.
Well, James, hold on. I know you're trying to go, but what if I tell you Tanya's on the other line and wants to talk to you? Would that make you feel better?
No, is she?
Yes, James, I'm here. Please don't go. Will you just hear me out,
No,
please?
no, I'm good.
Look,
Thank you.
I'm so embarrassed, and I just want to say how sorry I am that this happened. And look, I didn't mean for it to happen the way that it did. And
Wait, or did you? That's the whole question. Did you mean
Yeah.
for it to happen that way?
well, sort of.
What?
But
Exactly.
no.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
wait. Let me explain.
Exactly.
Let me explain. I wasn't over my ex yet at the time, and I did set it up, but I didn't realize that I would fall for
Exactly.
you.
Exactly. See, this is what I'm talking about.
No, listen,
evil.
I wasn't over my ex yet, and I wanted to do this, but then I met you, and you're charming and funny and clever,
It
and you
doesn't
made me
matter.
laugh.
It doesn't matter at this point. Like it's all done. It was a horrible thing to do, and you put me on the spot, and it was the worst thing to weasel out of there. With whoever this guy is, and no.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. It was a terrible thing to do, but you have to admit, you've been in a serious relationship too. Sometimes we do things that we shouldn't, and it's
Not
really
like
screwed up,
this.
but
It doesn't happen like this. I mean, no.
you don't understand. Like, you made me realize that I'm not in love with my husband anymore. Like, I thought that I wanted him back, but the truth is I just wanted a great guy like you.
Oh, awesome. That's a really great way to use someone. Thank you. Glad I can
I
help
wasn't
you feel
using
better
it.
about yourself.
James, you have no idea. Like, I felt guilty making out with you knowing that my husband was going to come home every second. I didn't expect to feel that way.
Oh.
I felt guilty about it. Oh my God. Then maybe you could have warned the man that it was going to happen.
Yeah, then you should have said something and just been normal about it like everyone else instead of whatever this whole charade was.
Well, I almost texted my ex-husband not to come, but we were making out, and that would have been even more awkward. Like, why I'm texting my husband while we're making out.
Oh, yeah, that would have been way less awkward than having him walk in on us while I'm making out with his ex-wife.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to happen that way, but it just did. And I totally get how upset you are, but I also totally believe in second chances, and I think that you should give me a second chance.
But Tanya, I mean, like, yeah, everybody wants their ex to be jealous. Like, I get that. I think that there's not a person alive that could not understand that feeling. But we do that by posting cute pictures of ourselves on social media, not by inviting them over to our house when you're making out with another man.
Exactly.
But what if my ex isn't on social media?
Dude.
Well, then you got to invite him over. I think that's the only way to do it.
That is so manipulative on so many levels.
I was just hoping that he would come in and see me with this other guy and realize that he was jealous and that he still wanted me. But what actually happened is that he came in and I realized that I didn't care about him anymore. I mean, I care about him. I know that we're not right for each other. And all of that's because I started to have feelings for you, James.
Oh, man.
Well, that is just romantic.
Not really.
No, it's touched my heart, James.
No, you need to, like, get right with yourself before you have feelings for anybody else. That shouldn't be what gets you over a marriage.
I think you got a lot to work out there, so I really don't want to be any part of this.
Look, I just want to apologize for the way I treated you, and if you will let me, I'd like to go out again and just start over with a clean slate.
In that case, James, would you like to go on a second date with Tanya? We will pay for it.
Good timing.
And we're not following along with the conversation correctly.
Yeah, you have a hard time listening.
Are you actually asking me that?
Yeah, no, yeah, I am. But it's only because I have to at the end of these second date updates. I know your answer, I think.
No, thank you.
Oh.
I'm really sorry, James. I messed up, and that's something that I'm learning that I need to work on. So I'm really, really sorry.
Good luck with other dates that you have. So.
Thanks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe one of those dates will be the right person to make your husband just jealous enough to take you back, Tanya.
Oh.
Hello?
Can I speak to Chris, please?
Yes, he.
Chris, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How's it going?
It's going good. Well,
I just want to talk to you about something if you got a minute.
this is one of your prank phone calls, and
Stop it right at the gate.
Yeah, it is not a prank phone call. You actually went out on a date recently with one of our listeners, and they emailed us to call you.
Okay.
Her name is Anna.
Hmm.
You remember going out with Anna?
Yeah, I went out with that crazy chick, man.
You went out with a crazy chick?
Yeah, she crazy. She bad crazy.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, just out the gate like that, you're going to call her crazy. I haven't even really had a chance to talk to you about the date at all. Can you tell us a little bit more about why you think she's crazy?
I mean, she's bad crazy. I don't know what else you need to know.
Yeah, it pretty much says it all right there, but can you tell us why at least? Because, look, she enjoyed your date, obviously, man. You took her out to dinner, helicopter rides, all that.
Oh, she told you about that?
Yeah.
I mean, the date was so of course you liked it.
Yeah, it sounds like you know how to plan a pretty nice date, Chris.
I mean, when you're into somebody, you go all out, I guess. I mean, I do it. So.
Why would you spend an entire weekend and that much money with a girl if you thought that she was crazy?
I mean, that's how I treat women that I'm interested in. Maybe somebody doesn't treat you like that, but they should.
Okay.
Well, I actually agree with you, but...
So you were interested in her, but now you think she's crazy.
Oh, that's again. I use the word that's
Bat crazy. Why is that? Did something happen after your date, or was it during your date that you decided that? And your date lasted a whole weekend, so I'm guessing it was after.
She would text me, and I would tell her I'm busy.
Okay.
And then she one day showed up in front of my doorstep.
What?
Whoa, she showed up.
She's not from here. She's not from here. All right, so she just one day shows up on my property at my front door talking about, hey, I'm moving here. What the are you talking about?
Whoa.
Slow
So
down.
she's not, when you say she's not from here, she's from where?
From far away, where they make crazy.
Does it have a specific city?
Yeah, she's from like 4 states away. That's how we met online.
She's from out of state.
Whoa.
Yeah, so she shows up. It's not like she went down the street. She jumped on a plane and then came to my front door and stood there. I was like, hey, I like you so much, I want to move here now.
What?
No.
What the are you talking about?
Chris, I need to get some clarification because I'm kind of confused now. When we talked to her, she didn't say she was from somewhere else. How did you guys go out on a date? Did you fly her out here for the date or something?
Yeah, I flew her out. So
Whoa.
we talked, and I was like, all right, I like her. I'm going to fly her out here, and we'll have a great weekend. And that's why we had a weekend plan because, I knew I only had
Oh.
limited time with this, and she lives so far away.
That makes
And
sense.
so-
When we talked to her about it, she left all that out. She just said, we spent the weekend together and he took me on this fabulous date. You had no choice but to spend the weekend with her.
Yeah, but also insane people leave out facts. You know what I mean?
Did you?
True. Crazy people tend to leave out facts.
But you enjoyed the weekend with her.
I mean, listen, the weekend it was fine. I got what I wanted, so it was cool. You know what I mean? But like, she's best.
Yeah, if you fly a girl out from another state to hang out with you for the weekend, it's usually kind of a hookup thing. Is that what you were going for?
Yeah,
Okay.
you know.
Oh, cool.
But you didn't.
It should have been cool about it. You know, it could have happened again. But you know, she wasn't cool about it.
Yeah, I guess all that other stuff is just beside the big point, though, that she showed up on your doorstep.
On my doorstep, start talking about I don't like the people I'm around. I don't like my surroundings. Maybe that doesn't like you.
Are you sure? Are you sure you didn't give her mixed messages? Because I'm sorry, if a guy flies me to another state, takes me on a helicopter ride, pays for all this fancy stuff, gives me gifts, I'm thinking that he is like interested in a long-term relationship, not for a hookup weekend.
Listen, I get your point, all right? But look, I told her I was busy 5 different times and 5 different text messages, and she still shows up at my doorstep.
Yeah, from states away.
Yeah.
So she flew here.
I don't know if she flew, if she hiked. I don't know. I don't know.
She could have hiked. Who knows?
Yeah, crazy.
All right.
Yeah, and I never want to talk to her again.
All right.
I might move. She can't find me.
One of those things is going to be a problem, Chris, because she's actually on the other line listening.
Oh, y'all on bullshit, man.
No. Hey, no bullshit, Chris.
Oh, shut the up, man. You are with me right now.
Chris, in your case, I kind of wish I was, but I'm not. Anna is actually on the phone.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, crazy. I don't want to talk to you. At all. At all.
Listen, Chris, I moved out here because I like it here, not just for you. So get over yourself.
Moved?
Oh, none of that sounds believable. None of it.
Anna, why didn't you tell us that you were from out of state and that you moved here for this dude?
I didn't think it was that big of a deal, and I didn't move out here for him.
Okay.
He's flattering himself right now.
Oh,
So-
You know, that could be true. Like, give her the benefit of the doubt here. It could not be all about you, Chris.
it's not a coincidence.
Okay. If it's not all about me, name 3 things right now besides me you moved out there for. Go. Go.
Okay,
I'm
listen,
waiting.
I love the area. I
area.
don't like where I was living.
I spent a whole weekend in Haiti. I'm not moving to Haiti.
You're being a real ass, Chris.
Okay. Oh, and you showed up at my doorstep, so it wasn't like you went. Oh, I want to breathe the fresh air of this new place. You came to my doorstep.
I thought I was checking in on you. I mean, you're busy. You're busy all the time after we had such a great weekend. Like, what the
You're checking in on me? I am not a baby. I'm a grown-ass man. A busy-ass man. 5 texts are busy. And you don't show up on a grown adult's doorstep checking in on me after one weekend together, man. That's crazy.
I just don't get you. I don't get you at all.
Good. You're not supposed to get me. I don't want you to get me. I want to be not gotten forever.
Oh, my God. Anna,
right.
did he, like, say something to make you think that he was looking for more than just, like, a weekend hookup?
I honestly thought what we had, Chris, was something more than that. But apparently I'm just your booty call. You don't fly somebody out for a weekend after we've been talking for months and then expect me to feel like a crazy person?
Listen, I've talked to plenty of girls for months online. I don't see any of them moving and showing up in my doorstep because they love the area. Okay?
Maybe I am crazy for feeling like we had a connection, but you're just being an ass.
All right, well, I hope you take that and you learn not to like me, ever. All right? You learn not to stalk the next guy so you can actually stay with him for a little while.
Oh, my God.
I would love to ask you guys at this point, would you like to go out on a second date? Chris, would you like to go out with Anna again? We'll pay for it.
No, but you can pay for a restraining order, all right?
Anna, you still there?
Yeah.
Would you like to go out on a second date with Chris?
Yes.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Well, Chris, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right, be safe. Anna, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm not crazy. He's literally just being an ass.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Chandra, please?
this is she.
Hey, Chandra, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I'm calling from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi, you're calling from what?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Okay,
How are you today?
it's fine. Why are you calling me?
Well, I'm actually calling you because one of our listeners emailed us and asked if we could get a hold of you.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, there's a guy that listens to our show. His name is Robert, and you went out to dinner with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know Robert. Well, Robert listens to our show and emailed asking if I could call you to find out why you're not calling him back after you guys went out on your date.
Huh.
It's a segment that we do on our show called the Second Date Update. So Robert's wondering if he did something wrong.
I mean, I did text him back the other day. He texted me and I texted him back.
He actually told us that, yeah. But it didn't sound like a text from somebody who wants to see him again. It sounded like you were kind of blowing him off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad he picked up on that.
Okay, so you are blowing him off.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I would really be fine to never see him again.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Okay, do you mind telling us why so that we can share it with him?
Well, he's just really forward.
He's
I
forward,
can kind of see that.
meaning
Yeah, a little too forward. I mean, at first, like, I thought it was attractive. Like, I've dated a bunch of guys who are, like, really shy, and it's like, I always have to make a move and, like, start the conversation. And so it was nice. He wasn't shy or timid, and he seemed really confident.
He told us how you guys first met, and when he saw you at the gym, he walked up and complimented you on your glutes. Is that kind of what you mean by too forward?
Well, I mean, at that point, I thought it was just kind of funny, you know?
right.
And I appreciated the honesty, you know? Like, he didn't seem that weird. But once we went out, he just crossed the line.
Was
Yeah,
he?
just
Whoa.
too much. It was too much.
Did he say something, or was he acting aggressive towards you?
Yeah, he said something really bad.
What did he say?
I'd really rather not say what he said. I don't want to say that.
It makes you that uncomfortable to repeat what he said.
Yes, definitely.
Can you give us a hint?
Well, we were talking about our interests, and we were talking about sports that we like, and, you know, he likes like basketball and football, like, you know, and I mentioned that I like swimming, and that I'm really good at swimming. I was a swimmer in college, and I was talking about how I'd probably like it because I was really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then he goes, you know what I'm good at? And he leans into the table.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
I can already see what's coming.
And I can't say this. I shouldn't say this.
He doesn't know. Like, I mean, he literally thinks that he did nothing wrong on this date.
He thinks he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
He thinks he said nothing inappropriate.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we talked to him about your date, he was like, "Oh, it was cool. We just had a fun conversation. I may have got a little ranty at some point about my business, but that's all I could think of."
That's amazing. This guy's totally clueless.
All right. The anticipation is killing me. What did he say?
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, I can't say this, but I'll try to give you the idea.
Okay.
He leans into me and he says, "I'm good at doing things for others that make them happy."
I'm assuming you don't mean charity work.
No, he was like vulgar about it.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Like how vulgar?
like he used some pretty disgusting words.
Can you just do like a rhymes with here?
No, I'm not going to do that. Use your imagination. He was talking about how he is good at servicing women.
I think I understand what he was saying.
And he really thought he was going to impress you with this information.
Yes, I mean, I've been on a lot of dates. Nobody has ever said anything like that to me.
Wow. And you weren't interested in putting his skills to the test, huh?
Gross.
I mean, this was a first date,
Yeah.
okay? Like, we hadn't even kissed or anything. And we're talking about sports, and that comes out of nowhere.
And there was no sexual talk at all before this statement.
I was talking about being on the swim team.
Well, thank you for telling us your story. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It was horrible. I wish I could forget it.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to forget it just yet because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Robert?
Hey, Chandra, how you doing?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. I'll be honest with all of you.
What?
We were talking about things that we were good at. She said she was good at swimming. I'm really good at that. What's really wrong with that?
That's not a sport, Robert.
Inappropriate, man.
It is for some people.
I can't believe, I mean, like, it was a first date. You don't say that kind of thing out to dinner at the dinner table. We're eating.
I hear what you're saying, but you can't tell me you weren't at least at all intrigued if whether or not I was good at that, right? I mean, there was a little part of you somewhere deep down in the recesses
Okay,
of your brain.
Robert, hold on. Robert, listen. Does it seem like I was a little intrigued?
Well, you should have been, because I'm really good. I'm really good.
I don't even want to meet the women who told you that.
Well, I mean, you got to give him some credit. He likes to put a lot of effort into pleasing women.
Thank you. We're up there. Yeah, look, it's not about me. I didn't talk about me. I was talking about you. I'm here for you. That's the kind of team player that I am.
All right, I think you need to take a little bit of that effort and move it towards how to be appropriate on a date.
Yeah, I don't think she's mad at exactly you wanting to do that, but maybe the time and the place was bad. Exactly. And the way you said it sounds like she wouldn't tell us the exact way you described it, but I can imagine it was probably not.
Vulgar language? Like, come on. Like, we're not 14-year-olds. Like, come on.
Well, I'll concede the location. But I do not apologize for my ability.
Oh, my God.
I do not apologize for that.
Oh, wow.
Look, everything I do, I try to do to the best of my God-given abilities. I give 110%, and I am the best at that, and that's what I can promise you in that department. I can promise you that in a lot of other departments, too.
Oh, my God. Chandra, was there anything charming about Robert on the date outside of this moment?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you listen to him, he's funny, but he's just, like, wildly inappropriate also. Like, way too much.
Hey, Robert, let me ask you a question. Next time, if you went out on a date with Chandra, if she actually said yes and you said something inappropriate, would you have a problem with her telling you to stop?
Absolutely not. I would have loved for her to say, no, that's inappropriate. Then I know. Now I know what the boundaries are.
Oh, there you go, Chandra.
He just doesn't know.
If you went out with him again, you have the freedom now to tell him, hey, don't say stuff like that, and he'll stop.
I kind of feel like he has learned nothing from this conversation. I don't want to have to be telling him every time he says something inappropriate. Like, you have to monitor yourself. No, I don't think this was a good match.
No?
Yeah.
That sucks. I was really hoping to get a second date and see what happened after it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. So
Sorry, Robert, but there are a lot of women interested in your particular skill set. And I think you're going to be okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Chandra, good luck. Good luck out there.
You too, buddy. You too.
Remember who's number one in your heart, all right?
Oh, God.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Can I speak to Julia, please?
This is her.
Hey, Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
You listen to the radio at all?
Yeah, I listen to the radio.
Okay, have you heard of Brooke and Jubal in the morning?
No.
Okay, you didn't have to say that so quickly. We're a morning radio show, and I recently got an email about you. It's from a guy that you went out on a date with. His name is Kevin.
Oh.
Do you remember Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked to Kevin a little bit about your date. It was an interesting one. He told us that he took you mushroom hunting. Did you enjoy that?
I mean, it was okay, I guess.
It was just okay?
It was kind of weird.
It was weird?
Yeah.
Was he just like, was he just too into mushrooms maybe for you?
He was really into the mushrooms. That was kind of all the date was about, really.
But it's kind of cute, though. You can give him credit for like sharing his interest with you and trying to do something different.
Yeah, I guess. No, I don't, though. No. It was a really weird date. It was really weird. I mean, he took me out to the forest, and we looked for mushrooms. Like, what kind of date is that?
Is that not the normal date that you usually go on?
No. But we messaged back and forth for a while, and he finally asked me out, and he asked if I wanted to go get some mushrooms, and I said, hell yeah.
Oh, were you thinking a different kind of mushroom?
Well, obviously. I like to go out with my friends and party and have an awesome time.
So he didn't say to you, do you want to go mushroom hunting with me? He just said, you want to get mushrooms, and you were like, let's do this. I've got some tickets to see Diplo this weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
That is exactly what happened. I thought we were going to go out and have a wild time and get some mushrooms, and instead we went to the forest and searched for them to put on mushrooms like burgers or something.
Oh, my gosh. When did it actually dawn on you that you weren't going to be doing psychedelic drugs?
About halfway through our picnic when we were sitting in the forest and looking at birds.
You're like, those birds are actually real. I want to see fake birds that are in my mind right now.
Oh.
Exactly. We're just not compatible. I'm just about having a good time.
Okay. And at any moment during the date, did you think about telling him that?
There were a couple times that I thought about it, but I just didn't think it would even be worth it. I didn't think he'd get it. And also I was in the forest with some guy I didn't know. I didn't want him to, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what would you say to him if you could tell him anything right now?
To be more clear about what kind of mushrooms you want.
Okay, well, you can actually tell him that right now because Kevin is on the other line listening.
What?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Julia.
Oh, my God.
So you thought when I said, let's go out and get some mushrooms, you thought that I was saying, let's go do drugs?
I mean, yeah.
But it's a first date. Why would we go do drugs and trip on shrooms on our first date?
I mean, why not?
I like your attitude.
Why not? I love to go out and have fun. I mean, I've said that. I thought you got that.
I had absolutely no idea if that's what you wanted.
It's fine. I'm into doing my fun things, and you're into doing your stuff.
Well, just because I don't do shrooms doesn't mean I'm not fun. I'm definitely fun.
Really? Prove it. What is your idea of fun? Going in the forest?
I just think you don't understand me because I am actually a lot of fun. Every weekend I actually go bowling with my childhood friends. And, you know, we get beer and we get a couple pictures and, you know, I do fun stuff too.
You go bowling and take pictures and that's fun. Okay.
I didn't say pictures. I said pictures of beer. We get crazy.
Really crazy at the bowling alley, huh? Okay. But Kevin, I'm sorry. It's just this. I have very different ideas of fun than you. My idea of fun is going and staying out all night, literally all night, having whatever pills people offer to me. I'm just dancing to EDM music throughout the night, and that's it. And 24-hour ragers, man, like that's my idea of fun. And your idea of fun is going into the forest. So I just don't see it happening.
I stay up late too. I can stay up late on you know, I can do 24-hour. Parties.
It doesn't sound like it, Kevin. No, it's not a bad thing. That's just you. Just be you. That's fine. I do have to ask, Julia, would you like to go out on a second date with Kevin? We'll pay for it.
No, that's okay.
Okay, that doesn't really surprise me very much. Kevin, are you okay with that?
I mean, I guess I am okay with that. I'm fun. I know I'm fun, and I guess I just have fun in different ways and kind of better ways.
All right, Kevin. Well, that second date didn't work out for you. I'm sorry about it. But there is a girl out there who will like to hunt for mushrooms with you, I'm sure. Okay?
Yeah, I know there is.
All right.
There's lots of them.
In the meantime, I do have somebody I'd like to introduce you to that I think you might click with very well.
Nice.
Her name is Molly.
That is enough.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Hillary, please?
This is Hillary.
Hey, Hillary, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hey.
Hey. What's going on?
Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm calling you because somebody recently emailed us about you.
Huh?
I recently got an email from somebody who wanted us to get in touch with you. His name is Dane.
Okay.
And you went out on a date with Dane a little while ago. Remember him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Dane really enjoyed your time together. He told us a little bit about your date, but he actually wanted us to get you on the phone to find out why you're not calling him back because he would love to see you again.
I'm just not really interested anymore.
Okay. He told us about your date. He said that you guys were actually on the way back to his house and you told him to turn around.
He told you about what actually happened on our date?
Yeah. Yeah, because we weren't going to call you out of the blue without knowing what he thought of the date. So we talked to him a little bit about it. And he said he had a great time. You went to dinner and a movie. And then he was hoping for more. And then you asked him to turn around and take you back to your car.
Well, yeah, that kind of happened.
Did he say something to you to make you have a change of heart?
Well, you really shouldn't ask somebody on the first date what their favorite type of condoms are.
That was honestly a question he asked you?
Yeah, Yeah, that threw me off, dude.
Yeah, I would think so. How did that come up?
How did that come up?
Yeah, I've been on a lot of dates before, and I've never once asked anybody what their favorite condom is, let alone on a first date.
Yeah. It was just like that. It was just kind of like out of the blue. Like 1 minute we're talking about how awful dinner was, and then he's like, so, hey, what's your favorite type of condom?
That's even a creepier way to put it. Not what kind of condoms you like, what's your favorite condom? Yeah. It kind of almost sounds like he's calling you slutty a little bit. Like, hey,
you must be a condom
I know you
connoisseur.
use a lot of condoms. What's your favorite one?
I know. Like, seriously, like, that was just offensive. Like, what kind of girl does he think that I am?
Did you answer him?
No. I was like, no, I think that maybe we should just call it a night.
Yeah,
Go back to my car.
That's a way to kill the mood, I think.
Absolutely.
I don't even like having to go grab one like from my dresser drawer. I feel like it kills the mood, you know what I mean? But then be like, hey, I hope this one's appropriate for you.
Let me pick out your favorite.
Yeah. I got a whole plethora of sizes and shapes, whatever you want. Oh, man, Hillary, I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I should also tell you that Dane's actually on the phone and listening to this, too.
What?
Yeah, he's actually on the other line.
Hi, Hillary.
Oh.
I'm really kind of floored. Like I didn't realize. I'm sorry. What can I really say? I'm sorry that you got offended, but I'm not sorry for asking you that question.
Oh, wow.
Because I think it's kind of a fair question to ask. I thought I was being nice.
What?
Polite.
Are you serious? You thought that I was that kind of girl?
Well, I don't
Hello?
think you're a particular kind of girl, but we were heading back to my house. We left the movie a little early. We were heading back to my house. I mean, maybe I just had the wrong assumption. I mean,
yeah, maybe, you think? Maybe? Possibly?
Well, when you got in my car, maybe it would have been nice to tell me that, hey, I just want to cuddle or something like that. I thought it was actually a pretty logical question in this day and age.
Logical? You think that's logical? Like, it would have been nicer if you would have just asked what kind of flowers I like, not what kind of condoms I want.
What? Why would I ask you about flowers when we're about to go back to my house and have sex? I might ask you about flowers.
You
the
don't
next
know
morning.
that's what's going to happen. You don't know that.
Well, come on. I met you off Tinder.
Come on,
There you
man.
go. That's good rationale right there.
Just because I met you off Tinder doesn't mean that I'm going to sleep with you, you moron.
All right.
I don't know.
Why were you going back to my house? I'm so confused.
And Hillary, why wouldn't you have just told him at that point, hey, we're not going to need condoms because we're not doing that?
Well, I said, take me back to my car. That was enough.
Well, I think the polite thing was to ask you what kind of condoms you want. The impolite thing was to not call me back.
Yeah, there you go. You're the one who's wrong here, Hillary. Hey, Hillary, would you like to go on a second date with Dane? I will pay for it.
I really would like to.
Hell no, I will not go out on another date with him.
All right. I kind of figured as much. Well, Hillary, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Sure, thank you.
The one thing that I do need to know, though, is what is your favorite kind?
Ribbed for her pleasure.
Nice choice, girl.
That's all you had to say.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, is this Bryce?
It is. Who is this?
Hey, Bryce, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Sorry, I don't get calls from radio shows very often.
Yeah, I know it could be kind of weird. Listen, I'm calling you because one of our listeners actually sent us an email about you and asked if we could track you down. You have any idea who I could be talking about?
No.
Do you remember going on a date with a girl named Amy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, Amy emailed us and said that she had a really good time on your date, but it's been about 2 weeks now and you're not calling her back. So she asked if we could get you on the phone and find out if something went wrong.
I really don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it at all?
No, I'm good.
Just like 2 minutes.
I don't know about that.
She described the date to us, and it sounded like everything went fabulously.
Yep.
So why wouldn't
right,
you
it
call
did.
her back?
This is so uncomfortable. This is really awkward.
She described the date to us, and there wasn't an awkward moment that she could think of from your date. And she said that at the end of it, you kind of...
not.
Say that one more time?
I imagine not.
Okay, so was there an awkward moment or wasn't there an awkward moment?
I wouldn't call it exactly awkward, but there definitely was a moment that I just did not like.
Whoa.
What happened?
Okay, I'll tell you. We went to this drawing thing. We did this, drew pictures and made like a flip book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she told us about that. She actually said that you did a really good job.
Yeah, she told me that. She came up to me after and said, "Wow, good job." And she went in for a high five.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't expecting that level of force.
Okay.
So she high-fived you really hard?
Bottom line, my arm is in quite a bit of pain still.
From a high five?
Yeah. I haven't really been to see a doctor yet, but I'm starting to get worried. My arm's in a sling right now. It really hurts. Still.
Oh my God.
Are you saying that she injured you with a high five?
Well, it may sound funny to you, but I had shooting pain up and down my arm for the rest of the time we were in there, and she wanted to go out and get drinks after, and I told her I had work the next morning, so I left and went straight to the pharmacy and got a sling for my arm.
Really? Your arm is in a sling because she high-fived you so hard.
Yeah, and it still hurts. I don't know if there's nerve damage or what. But she's a nice person, but she's super aggressive, and that was a little too much for me.
Wait, so
the
you're
Incredible Hulk or something?
You're intimidated by her because of her high-fiving injuring your arm?
I'm not intimidated by her. She injured me. My arm hurt.
I'm just imagining her like pulling her arm back and hitting you so hard on your hand. Like I can't.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a lot to hurt someone with a high five, and she did it.
All right, so you don't want to go out with her again because you don't want to risk any more bodily harm.
I'm pretty much leaning towards a no.
Okay. Well, you know what, Bryce? Maybe she can change your mind because she's actually on the other line listening to this and wants to talk to you.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is. Amy, Bruiser, you there?
Bruiser.
Hi.
You big meathead?
No
you
kidding.
hurt Bryce.
I can't believe this. So you're not calling me back because I high-fived you too hard?
It hurt.
Oh.
It was so aggressive. I'm not into that.
Amy, can I ask, do you try to come off as maybe a little bit harder than you are? Or tougher?
Maybe because I'm so little. I'm 5'3" and 115 pounds. Like, what do you have, like bird bones?
Where does that even come from? You were joking like this on the date the whole time, too, and that kind of bothered me, too. You hurt my arm.
I barely high-fived you. That wasn't even, like, my most emphatic high five.
Are you threatening him now, Amy?
No.
Do you feel bad?
I mean, I do feel bad, but I just can't believe this situation. Like, I would have never, in my wildest dreams, have thought that this is why you weren't calling me back.
You're super aggressive, and you got to warn someone when you're going to go in for a high five like that.
Oh my God. What else did I warn them about? Like, if you need a warning for a high five, like, how are you going to get through your day, man?
I don't really know what else to say here. You hurt me, and you're not even apologizing for it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, you little baby. I'm sorry I hurt your little wrist.
That's helping. That's helping a lot.
Oh, you little baby. Do you want an apology? I'm sorry.
Stop bullying me. My arm hurts right now. What do you expect?
If your arm hurts so much, why didn't you come to the doctor in 2 weeks?
I really wanted to believe that it wasn't that big of a deal, but it still hurt.
You did some serious damage.
Hey, Bryce, would you like to go out with Amy again on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No. I don't forget it.
You don't want to go out with him now?
Amy,
No.
You're being kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If I went on one date with a guy and my high five was too strong for him, do you think that I want to go out with him again? Like, do you really think I should go out with him again? I don't think so.
It was just like the mocking, it seems like a little bit.
Oh my God, get over it. You guys are being such wusses.
I'm with you, Amy. I'm fine. If you go out on a date and they can't handle a little good-spirited bullying, I wouldn't want to go out with them either. So, Bryce, I'm assuming you're not into going out with Amy one more time?
Definitely not. No,
Okay.
I'm really okay.
All right.
Go get my arm
Yeah,
checked
well,
out
I'm
now.
okay
Thanks.
too, Bryce.
Bryce, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. You go put some ice on that arm, okay?
Will do.
Amy, thank you for your email. I'm sorry you didn't get a second date.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just looking for a real man. So if one wanders into the radio station, call me.
All right. Well, Amy, I will find you a guy who loves a little physical abuse. All right. There are some out there for sure.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello,
Hi, I was looking for Bonnie.
this is Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
From a radio?
Yeah. Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's the name of a morning radio program.
Why?
Why? I don't
really
know. That's
good
just the
question.
name we gave it.
It
Why
seems
are we
simple.
calling you? Is that what you're wondering?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were just wondering why we named it that. Calling you today because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after, they can email us and we'll get you on the phone and see if we can find out what happened. So you went out with a dude named Drew.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And Drew emailed us and told us a little bit about your date, that you guys met online. You talked a bunch and you finally coordinated a date. But when you showed up, I guess you had no voice.
True.
And she said that it was awkward because you couldn't talk. And then eventually he said, if you're sick, you can go home. And then you went home and that's the last he heard from you.
Yeah. Okay.
He also said that he really, really liked you and you guys talked for like a month or something leading up to the date.
Yeah, we did.
You don't sound like you like him as much as he likes you.
You sound bummed.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't like him. I think he just wants to know.
I mean, I wasn't feeling good the day that we were supposed to have our date, and I didn't want to cancel on him. So I ended up going to the restaurant, and I got there, and I asked the hostess where he was seated, and I look over at the table. He's already there, and he looks nothing like his picture, nothing like any photos.
Wait.
What?
So you hadn't lost your voice? Because you said you just asked the hostess.
Yeah, I had not, and I was just trying to figure out what should I do. I mean, I've been talking to this guy for a month.
Wait,
So you feel like he catfished you or something?
I feel like he was trying to portray himself younger than he really is.
Oh,
And
what?
I didn't want to, I just felt guilty for leaving. So I was just like on the fly. I just asked the hostess for a pen and paper and I'll just say, I lost my voice.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. That's quick
Wait.
thinking.
Very.
No, you guys, that's ridiculous. How different could he have looked? I mean, how old are you talking?
Are you kidding me? Like easily could be my uncle.
Oh, man.
We're talking mid-40s. I'm in my mid to late 20s.
Oh, gotcha.
And the pictures on his profile were definitely in my age range. So when I saw him, it was quite traumatic. I was like, this is not what I signed up for. I don't know who this guy is. And he barely looks like his photos. I could kind of tell that it was still him.
Why not just cancel on him instead of sitting there acting like you can't talk?
Because all the time we had spent talking already, I felt guilty. I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to stand him up.
Yeah, but you don't owe anything to somebody who's lying to you. I mean, did he outright tell you that he was your age, or is it something you just assumed?
We never had the conversation, but his photos make him look younger. So.
Yeah. It's weird that he wouldn't ever bring that up. Like, if he knows he's using photos from 20 years ago, he's probably going to get caught.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't stay that long on the date, if that's any consolation for you.
He thought you might be faking.
Yeah.
Not having a voice. And I guess you were faking, but he did suspect that.
I mean, it is what it is. He was lying.
I'm not lying. You're lying, Bonnie.
Drew, you're supposed to wait.
What's going on?
Oh, Bonnie, that's Drew. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, but apparently he couldn't wait until I called him into the conversation, Drew.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys, but like she can't say that I'm lying. I'm not lying.
But how are you not lying if you put...
those photos that were on my profile, yes, they were of when I was younger, but those were the best photos. I'm not going to put like a crappy photo of myself on the thing. It doesn't make any sense.
Why did you guys not tell me that he was on the line?
Why did you write on a note card like a sociopath and then say you couldn't talk? If that's what it is, then just say that. I don't know why you went around this crazy...
You know, Drew, I was doing you a favor, okay?
Oh, great,
I could have left. You could have just been stood up at that restaurant like an average 45-year-old man, but I stayed.
Well, I might be
there.
older, but I'm not like a Hannibal Lecter type of person that writes like a. Why couldn't you just say that?
We don't know that.
Drew, it is kind of weird that you brought up the whole point of how she was gorgeous in real life. Didn't you at any point think like, ooh, I better let her know that I'm significantly older than the photos that I used?
Significantly.
Yeah, just add it in again.
Drew.
Well, it does sound like you're just like fishing for younger women by tricking them online.
No, I'm totally not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm taking the photos that I think best represent my personality.
That's not true. I'm going to paint a photo. I'm going to paint a photo for you. If you were to walk into a restaurant, blind date, and you were going to go meet a woman. Don't interrupt me. I'm not done. Don't interrupt me. I'm not done.
Okay, let's have
and you were
her
supposed
moment.
to see a woman, and then this woman ended up being 65 years old. What would you do? What if she looked old enough to be your mother? You look old enough to be an uncle
First of all, you're
of
being
mine.
hyperbolic. Okay.
Oh, big words.
Oh,
big
do you even
words.
know that? Do you know
Yeah,
what
I'm not a f***ing idiot. Yeah, I know exactly
Are you
what
sure
you're
you're
talking
not
about.
an idiot? Because you sound like a raving lunatic. That would actually go to a hostess and ask for a pen and paper and then write that like, sorry, I can't talk. Are you, like,
Oh, I'm the lunatic, Drew. You're the one who called me on the radio, you idiot. What else do you have to do?
You moron.
Oh
Because
my God, both of you.
I had called you, texted you, reached out, and you just thought you could just like do whatever the hell you want. And by the
I will.
greaterness of your voice,
Yeah.
I know that you feel like you're a very entitled person now.
Drew,
Really
just
annoying.
settle it. Drew, how old are you? How old are you, Drew?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, that means you are really old.
Well, I sound a lot younger than you do, sweetheart.
Oh, I think we have our answer here, Drew. I think you know why.
I don't think we have our answer because you two sound like there's a lot of passion, and I would love to see you guys go out on a second date. Bonnie, would you like a second date with Drew? We'll pay for it.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
Don't you want an older man?
Why?
Wait, now you're just mocking her?
Yeah.
He has,
exactly what I'm doing.
nothing better to do.
So you're actually 12, is what I'm hearing, Drew.
Older, but he's not as mature.
I'm happy to do Drew a solid, and I can best set him up with one of my mother's friends.
Okay, Bonnie, thank you for your time. Drew, I'm sorry you didn't get your second date, but maybe update your photos online. Maybe that will help.
Shut up, ass. Why don't you update your photos? So you don't look so ugly.
I've tried, but there's nothing that can really help that. Maybe I can borrow your photos.
Hello,
Hi, is Rachel there?
this is Rachel.
Rachel, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
A radio show?
Yes. It is a morning show,
Uh-huh.
and we're calling you to see if you'll come on the air with us for a few seconds and talk to us.
Why?
Because you recently went out with a listener of ours.
I did?
Yeah. And he emailed us and wanted us to call you and ask why you're not going out with him on a second date.
Okay.
His name is Doug, and I'm sure you probably remember Doug because I'm assuming he's one of the only dates you could have gone on that made a list of things that he likes about you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Doug.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so Doug emailed us, right? And he told us about your date, said that he had a great time with you, but since your date, he's been getting like one-word responses from you, and it's obvious that you don't want to go out with him again. But Doug really wants to see you and is wondering if he did something wrong when you two went out, and if you wouldn't mind telling us what that is.
He's fine. He was a nice guy. He's just a little different.
Was he too much? Maybe came on too strong, too quickly?
No, I mean, it wasn't that. It was just, if you guys talk to him, can you just let him know that I said thanks so much for the date and that he's a really nice guy?
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk to him about this whole thing, and I appreciate you staying on the phone with us. I do. I just want to ask you, because he told us about everything, and he feels really bad about making a list of the 10 things that he liked about you. Doug, I don't know if he shared with you, hasn't been out on a date in a long time, so he's a little out of practice. You made him nervous because he likes you a lot. Was it the list?
I mean, the list was weird. It was definitely one of my more awkward moments on a date.
Okay.
But, yeah, it was nerves and it was fine, and I understood it. And that was okay. That wasn't the main problem.
Okay, well, do you mind telling us what the main problem is? Doug wants to know.
I don't want to come off as sounding, like, weird and rude and petty, but he kept making really weird faces, like a nervous tick almost, like, I don't know, like Tourette's of the face. It's so hard to explain. It was so weird, and I wanted to ask if there was something wrong with him, but I felt it was too rude to do that.
Yeah, that's understandable. Hey, what's wrong with your face?
Exactly. And I mean, he was so sweet, and he was clearly so nervous, and he's a good person. I really couldn't see myself doing that.
We don't know much about Doug other than he listens to the show, and he seems like a nice guy when we talk to him. Is it obvious that he has a facial tic, or do you think, like, what do you think he was doing with his face that made you so uncomfortable?
Honestly, you guys, I have no idea. It was so weird.
What did it look like?
Like he was in pain. Like every once in a while, it would do this weird, like, grimace thing. But it was just, like, totally random. Like, nothing was going on.
Did you ask him if he was okay? Like, if he was honestly in pain, or?
I did never feel like there was a right time to do that, because it was always kind of in the middle of stuff happening, and all of a sudden he would just throw this face, and I'd be like, but it can't be like that, because that'd be really horrible and rude.
Rachel.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I can't take it anymore. I have to interject here.
Hey, Rachel, that's Doug. He's actually on the other line.
Oh, God.
Hey, Rachel.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God, this is so embarrassing.
Are you okay? I mean, really, I can ask you now because I'm not sitting in front of you, but are you okay?
Well, I had a surgical procedure recently, and I thought I was doing a really good job at, like, concealing it, but I was actually in a lot of pain.
What?
And I was, I guess I was just so taken in with you that I was trying really hard to ignore the pain that I was actually in.
Doug, what kind of surgery did you have?
Well, I had a really kind of unfortunate bicycle accident.
Okay.
And so embarrassing to be doing this on the radio. I basically injured myself downstairs.
You had surgery on it?
Yeah. I was mountain biking with my buddy, and I went off a little jump, and it just landed wrong.
Doug, you were...
man, that sucks. I'm sorry, dude.
You were talking to her for weeks. Why didn't you just wait?
Well, because she's so wonderful, and I know that if I waited, that someone else would just snatch her up.
Rachel, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you think about that? It wasn't a weird face thing it's a weird something else that he has making his face do that.
Oh, geez. That's awful, and I cannot believe you went through our whole date without saying anything if you were in that much pain. That's crazy.
I was really just trying to focus on the great time that I was having and that I thought we were having.
You are so sweet, but please don't, sacrifice your body for a date.
Rachel, what if Doug would have said, hey, let's go out maybe a couple weeks from now because I got some problems, some strained muscles down south? You would have been pretty understanding about that, wouldn't you?
I mean, I probably would want to know a little bit more about what's going on and, the long-term effects and all that stuff. But, I mean, yeah, don't, throw yourself under the bus on someone else's behalf. That's crazy.
But you're so great, I thought it was worth it.
Doug, is everything going to be working in the future in that department? I'm just looking out for her best interest. That's all.
Yes, the doctor said that I'd be back to 100% in another month or two.
Oh, look at
all right.
So you'll have to take things slow if you guys continue to date.
So, Rachel, would you like to go out with Doug again, knowing what you just learned? We'll pay for a second date if you give him another shot.
Only if he's well enough to go.
Okay, Doug, are you well enough to go on a second date, or do you need a couple more weeks?
I'm good to sit at dinner and things like that, taking it slow, but we couldn't probably do
I think
more.
we know what you're saying, Doug. All right. Well, congratulations, and we'll send you guys out on a second date for some dinner. Yes. We'll pay for it, and then anything else is up to you guys and Doug's timeline.
Rachel, I'm so happy. Thanks for giving me another shot. I will definitely make it up to you.
Yeah, he'll make it up to you in about 6 to 8 weeks.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Jordan, please?
This is Jordan.
Hey, what's up, Jordan? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm fine. How are you?
Not too bad. What's going on today with you, Jordan?
What do you mean?
I don't know. You running errands or something? You got laundry to do? I got some laundry I need to do.
I mean, I have work tonight, but
Nice.
why are you guys calling me?
Sorry.
You recently met a dude named Dennis.
Dennis?
Yeah. You met a guy named Dennis at a bar the other day, right? He can throw back Cosmos like a champ.
Oh, my God.
Impressed. You were impressed, weren't you?
I mean,
With Cosmos, sure.
Yeah, of course. Takes a man to be able to throw down like 5 or 6 Cosmos in one sitting, you know?
Something like that, I guess. I mean, what's the point? Why are you talking about Dennis?
Well, Dennis listens to our show, and we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. So Dennis emailed us because he says that you've kind of trailed off a little bit, and he wants to know if he did something wrong.
Oh, God. I mean, did he tell you what he texted me?
Yeah.
He did. And have you gotten checked?
That's not the right question, Jubal.
No, didn't feel it necessary to get checked.
Oh my God.
No, he told you that he texted me about the STD check.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he told us he tried to explain it, but he feels like you think he was lying.
Well, I mean...
Yes. I would.
Yes.
I told him I would feel the same way. Like anybody who's going to get that text from basically he's a stranger. I mean, you spent 1 hour with him. Like, why would you believe him?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's exactly right. So, and then there was like the rest of the stuff that he said, so.
Like
when he was, of the stuff that he said?
When he was trying to tell you that it was meant for his friend Jordan instead of you mean?
No, like after that. Like there was like a lot more that he said.
About what? He told us that he sent you that STD joke, and then he was like trying to over-explain. It seemed like he was lying. That's all he told us.
Oh yeah, I mean it got like way worse after that. Like I don't know what is up with him. Like it was really weird.
Wait, how can it get worse than you should go get an STD check that costs $75? Like that seems as bad as it could get to me.
Oh no, like he kept going. Like he told me a whole bunch of stuff.
Like what?
So he sent, the STD thing, oh my God, sorry, it was a joke, it was a friend, blah, blah. And then he started, without me asking, like he was telling me basically like his sexual history.
What? Wait, like how many partners he's had and stuff?
Yeah, like exactly that. Like he was like, oh, I like haven't really been with that many girls. And I was like, okay, like that's fine. And he was like, it was only like 3 women that I've been with. And he's like, and the first time I was a junior in high school, there was this girl, and I only got to second base. And then, like, I didn't say anything because, like, I don't know. I feel like stuff like that's, like, not something you necessarily just tell someone that you've just met.
So wait, like he did like a novel of all of his sexual history back to junior high where he touched some girl's boob.
Yeah. I mean, he was talking about like, and he's like, and then the next time I was in college and I experimented with a girl. It's like, okay.
What were you texting back to him in the middle of all this? Like, why would he keep going?
When he started doing like going back, giving me all these really specific examples, I didn't say anything. Like, I didn't know what to say. I was just kind of like sitting there. Like, I would start typing like, oh, that's cool. But I didn't send it. So I'm assuming, like, he just kept going. Like, and then he was like, and the only other woman that I ever did something with was, she was much older, and we didn't go all the way.
Oh,
I was, like, really intimidated. And, I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you say to a person like that?
I think he was trying to tell you that he wasn't experienced enough to get an STD, even though it only takes one person to give you an STD. Yeah. But I think that, I'm guessing that was him trying to say, see, I'm innocent. Look how inexperienced I am.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Hang on, Dennis. You're not supposed to talk yet.
Wait a second. Is that Dennis on the line?
Yeah, he's on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
Yeah, Jordan. I'm trying to be honest and open. That text was so embarrassing that, I felt like I needed to explain myself. And, you responded with ... and I thought that just meant explain yourself. And so, I just wanted to put your mind at ease.
I
just wanted to, explain my entire history to say, the chances of me getting an STD are, next to none. In fact, they're none.
Well, Dennis, you have to know how weird that is. It's very strange to give away that much specific information to someone you just met about your personal history.
I mean, I'm very excited, You're very beautiful. You're definitely out of my league. So I just, I'm a little inexperienced, and I feel like I gave the wrong message with that initial text.
Sounds like you gave the whole message.
Yeah, it wasn't the initial text, Dennis. I think that's the thing, is it's all of the texts afterwards are, I think, the nail in the coffin for you.
But I was very open and honest. You got to give me that.
Give him credit.
You do have to give him credit for that, Jordan. That is missing, I feel like, in today's world. And I think so. Did you have fun with him at the bar?
I mean, at the bar, yes, but it's just too much, man. It's just way too much. Like,
And Jordan, you got to give him credit because I would be mortified if all of this information was coming out. And he seems cool with everything, you know? Like, you seem like you're pretty solid in who you are, at least, Dennis.
I am solid. You know, I'm nice. I'm honest. I'm very open, and you know, I'm just not very sexually experienced.
I think we know that now.
I'm nice, honest, and not very sexually experienced. That's the kind of dude that I think you should go out with again, Jordan. Would you like to go out on another date with Dennis? We will pay for it.
I don't know. I mean, sure, I appreciate Dennis that you're like an honest guy, but I'm sorry, he's just too like socially awkward. Like he just doesn't know what to say. I guess in like a romantic situation, and quite frankly, that's just not really something I'm looking for. You know, like I don't have a desire to be like romantic teacher dating person for someone. Like
I can see
I'm
that,
sorry, but it's just not. It's not what I want.
But if I got better at it, would you be open to revising that statement?
Wow. So
And how do you plan on getting better at it, Dennis?
Yeah.
I think just practice. Like I can meet other people, but you know, you seem really terrific, and if I just circle back,
I feel like Dennis is going to get arrested in some prostitution ring.
I mean, Dennis, like, very sweet of you. I'm very flattered that you've taken such an interest in me, but I won't pretend like I know the future, but I just get the feeling this is just not it for me.
Okay.
Oh.
but maybe like if you wanted to use me as a booty call or something.
There you go, Jordan.
Oh man.
Hey, doesn't that turn you on, Jordan? Aren't you ready for that?
The thought of a very inexperienced man in my bed.
Dude.
You know, sure, why not? If I ever felt like it someday, maybe I'll call you for a booty call.
That's awesome. That's great. I mean, I am totally into that. If you ever want to call, my door is always open.
Oh, man. And I bet he's good at dirty
Sounds
talk,
like it.
too.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, is Rachel there?
This is Rachel.
Hey, Rachel, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
I'm not familiar.
Do you own a radio?
Yes, in my car I do.
Cool. Well, sometimes we're on that thing. One of our listeners actually emailed us asking if we could call you.
Okay. Who is that?
His name is Oscar.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, you were so excited leading up to it.
And Oscar told us about how he finally got up the nerve to ask you on a date the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he told us about your date, and he thought everything went great, but now apparently you're not calling him or texting him back, and also you're avoiding him at work. So he asked if we could get you on the phone and find out if he did something wrong.
Cool.
I sense the sarcasm there.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird situation.
Do you mind telling us what went wrong so that we can let Oscar know and maybe at least make things a little less awkward at work?
Oh, I just don't know what to say to him, you know? I don't know what to say.
If you say it to us, maybe we can say it to him in a way that won't hurt his feelings.
All right.
What did he do? The date sounded super sweet. The ice skating.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great time on the date. It wasn't necessarily the date that was the bad thing.
So what was the bad thing then?
Well, you know, we work in the same office, so I just kind of found out some information about him that kind of freaked me out a little bit, to be honest.
Oh, my gosh. Shut up. You heard office gossip about him?
I did.
From who? Was it someone that you consider like a friend, or was it someone who you think would be jealous that you guys went out?
No, it's my friend, and she's happily married, so I believe her.
So
Yeah.
what was the office gossip?
I don't want to tell you guys because I don't want to embarrass him if it's not true, you know?
Come on.
Well, like I said, if you tell us, maybe we can find a creative way to tell him that doesn't make it super strange.
Plus, if there was something going around about you at the office, you'd want to know. So at least you could clarify whatever it is.
That's true. So, you know, all of our coworkers knew we were going out. So, of course, when I came back, my one friend's like, "How did it go?" And I was just telling her it was good. It was a nice date.
Yeah. Okay. And?
And then she, of course, started asking more detailed questions. And she said, "Did he do the thing?"
Did he do the thing? Wow. Sounds like he's got quite the reputation.
Yeah, he has a thing.
I don't know about Oscar. When Oscar takes ladies out, he does this thing. Did he do it to you? He's done it to all of us in the office.
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't that.
So what's his thing then?
Well, I kept asking her, and she said, well, did he do the hot cocoa thing?
This is sounding even worse and worse in my mind.
Or better and better, depending on what you like. I mean, I don't know.
Whatever
I
your
can get down
flavor
with
is.
some hot cocoa.
That's true. I mean, it goes with the date. So I'm like, oh, no, we didn't have any hot cocoa. And she goes, no, did he bring the cups?
The cups?
And so apparently, oh my gosh, I don't want to tell this. Apparently he has been collecting, those plastic cups in the break room where you get coffee and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's been collecting the ones that I'm drinking out of, like when we'll have a nice conversation at work, and writing the date on the cups. Yeah.
Weird. He's been collecting your coffee cups?
Yeah.
Oh my
What was so what was the hot cocoa thing? I mean, that's weird already, but
Yeah, I think he was going to, serve us hot cocoa out of the cups that he collected and, show them.
weird and unsanitary.
Right? I know.
So wait, was she not freaked out by this? She thought it was going to be something cool?
I mean, she thought it was cute. I mean, she
Wow.
also thinks he's sweet teddy bear Oscar. She's good friends with him. So.
Okay, so in her mind, he can't do anything creepy.
Right. She's like, oh, he's showing his affection. But to me, I'm like, that's a little weird.
Yeah, it's basically like taking locks of your hair.
Exactly.
Right. It's like taking my DNA.
Maybe he's trying to create a new you in a petri dish in his apartment somewhere.
Come on,
You know
guys.
what? Maybe that's the gossip going around.
Come on, though. If you backed up and you took her criticism of who he is, he's obviously a nice guy.
It sounds nice, but at the end of the day, he's literally going into the trash can and collecting the coffee cups I drank out of.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know. I'm
Yep.
trying to spin it for him, but I don't know that I can.
I know.
I don't think anybody can. I wonder if Oscar can even save himself. And Rachel, I do have to let you know that you did actually say it to Oscar because he's on the other line
Oh my
listening
God.
and wants to talk to you.
No, you guys.
Yeah. Oscar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Oscar.
What's up with the cups, man?
Oh, he's so embarrassed, you guys. Don't make it worse.
I can't believe they told you about it. I mean, they ruined everything. I mean, they ruined the surprise.
I mean, it would have been weird anyway. It's either way, it would have been kind of creepy.
I feel like if you had just seen it, it wouldn't have been as creepy. Like hearing it from someone else, yeah, I get it. It might come off creepy, but it was going to be a whole thing. I was going to, lay the cups in a certain way in a presentation. There were going to be candles. It was going to be super romantic, and it was like kind of a literal trip down memory lane.
Oh my God. But we don't have that many memories.
Not that you know of, Rachel, but it sounds like Oscar has a lot of great memories.
That's my point. Like we have memories. Each cup is a memory, and every cup has. I wrote down what we talked about, and that's it.
Okay, so how many of the cups do you have?
It's not that many. I mean, it's like 12.
12? Did you say 12?
12?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I don't even remember having 12 conversations. We don't even know each other that well.
Oh my God, Oscar!
I mean, I get how it could be sweet, but do you also kind of see my point of view?
Yeah, I know. I totally understand. I realized that it would be weird, and that's why, I was just taking my time. I was going to show you in a couple days' time. I mean, that was the plan.
I just don't even think that's enough time to show me something like that. It's just creepy.
Yeah, Oscar, you only show somebody when they're 2 years in and they're already so invested that they can't leave because you're a weirdo who collected their cups.
You guys just don't get it, okay? I mean, I still think it's a very romantic gesture. I think that it shows an attention to detail that someone really cares about you and isn't just trying to do a light casual thing. And
It's a little misguided, but he did for months think that you were awesome and try so hard to find his end to even ask you out.
And for me, each cup, it's not just a piece of plastic. It's a memory, that we shared and that we talked about stuff,
Somehow, Oscar, this is beginning to be romantic for me. It's morphed from being really creepy into okay, that's kind of sweet.
He's trying. At least he's trying.
Do you agree with that, Rachel?
I mean, Oscar, you're a great guy. I wouldn't have agreed to go out, but isn't there another way you could have done it than digging my dirty cups out of the trash?
I mean, I could have, collected your staples or something. I mean, I just feel like a cup has an energy to it, something that just signifies that that it's a moment.
It's been held.
Yeah.
It's been touched to her lips.
It's gone from creepy to sweet back to being weird. Oscar.
Yeah, it has. I'm trying.
Rachel, would you like to go out with Oscar for a second date? We will pay for it. I don't think that he's like a weird, creepy dude. I think that he's just a little misguided in the romance department.
As long as the cups are the only thing you're collecting, for real though, Oscar.
Yeah, that's true. If you just don't bring any mementos, like I feel like I'd be open to kind of a normal like dinner date or something, maybe.
If it's a second date with you, I will let go of the cups.
Wow, that's a big commitment, Rachel.
I mean, that's months of work right there.
Oscar will throw out his creepy stalker cups if you'll go out with him again.
I will burn those cups right now.
Good man.
That sounds creepy to me for some reason. Now he's going to be thinking about when you met and just burning it, Rachel.
Yeah, that's kind of like a weird seance. But you know what? I've already made my decision. I'm cool with it.
All right. Well,
you guys are
congratulations. You got a second date, Oscar.
Yes.
And Rachel, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And start bringing your own coffee mug to work.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, is Daniel there?
Yeah, speaking.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi.
The radio show?
Yeah. Yeah, are you familiar?
Yeah, I've heard it a couple times.
Sweet.
Oh,
What do you think of it?
Yeah, you guys are cool.
You don't mean that one bit. You have not listened enough. I could tell that you did not really mean that.
He's like, I heard 10 minutes one time.
No, I did. I mean it.
Okay,
Sure.
You could tell you didn't. You're like, yeah, you guys are cool. I don't know. Yeah, sure, whatever. Well, I'm calling you today because we actually got an email about you.
Okay. About what?
Well, it's from a girl named Summer.
Oh, Summer emailed you?
Yeah. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. So you went out with Summer, and she's tried to text you and call you since your date, but apparently you haven't responded, so she would call in the big guns.
Oh, boy. All right.
Yeah. So can you tell us why you aren't calling Summer back?
I don't really want to.
Well, she kind of wants an explanation. Dude, we talked to her, right? She had great things to say about you. She said it was like the best date of her life.
Yeah. She was really complimentary.
That's really nice. I mean, we had a lot of fun. It was a fun time.
So you liked it?
She was fun.
Are you not attracted to her? Is that the issue?
No, she's cute. I like her. But it's just not going to work out.
Okay.
Well, why? If she's cute and you had fun.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Is that a problem? You don't like that?
No, I really like that. It's just she lied.
She lied? Whoa. About what?
Actually, let me rephrase that. She wasn't 100% truthful with me.
Okay. But who is on a first date? Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is kind of an important thing that she wasn't very truthful about.
What was it?
Well, she said her name was Stephanie on Tinder.
Okay.
And then when we met, it was revealed that her name is Summer.
So she uses a different name on Tinder.
Yeah, well, number one, I don't know why someone would do that, but...
I could think of a lot of reasons. Maybe she's got a crazy ex, or she doesn't want people to know, or she doesn't want her job to be able to search her on Tinder.
Okay, I mean, nonetheless, it still wouldn't work out.
Why?
Why is that a big deal?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so her name is Summer.
Her name is Summer, okay.
My last name is Pants, and if we were to, I don't know, like long-term relationship, get married at some point, her name would be Summer Pants.
Come on, that is the dumbest.
I think that's amazing. Yeah, I would love that.
Well, I would not love that. It'd make me very uncomfortable knowing maybe people are making fun of her behind her back or something like that.
Oh, my God. You jumped so many steps, by the way.
Well, I know I'm going fast, but I'm looking for a long-term relationship. So I'm not there to just mess around with people. And
So you're looking for a forever pants.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, don't be a smarty pants,
And
Jubal, okay?
You don't feel like somebody with the name Summer Pants would be the person that you want to be around all the time.
No, it's just a little too awkward.
Okay, but you are so many assumptions here. One, that she would even take your name when you got married. Like, a lot of women keep their last name, and that's fine.
No, I come kind of from a more traditional point of view.
So you want whoever you marry to take your last name?
Yeah, I do.
Even though it's an awkward life to live with the last name Pants.
I know it is. I'm living it.
No,
But you're Daniel Pants, and you don't think Summer Pants would be a good partner for you.
No, I just couldn't do that to her.
All right. Well, and that's it. That's the only reason.
That is the biggest reason, yes.
That is so
Okay.
ridiculous to me.
Well-
Yes, you could be missing out on the love of your life because of a silly thing.
And years of great jokes.
Yeah, that's the problem for me. I don't want my wife's name to be a joke. I just want us to be a happy family of pants.
See, now you're making jokes about your own last name, so you can't really judge.
No, I'm allowed to.
Okay, you're allowed to. Well, Daniel, I do have to let you know that Summer is on the phone listening right now, and she wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah, you there, Summer
No.
Pants?
No.
I can't believe this. Wait, are you serious, Daniel? Really? It's just because of my name?
Yeah, I mean, your name can't be changed.
But like, this can't be the real reason. Like, there must be something else. And was there something else? Like, you won't hurt my feelings if you tell me.
No, look, I had a great time with you. When I thought your name was Stephanie, everything was fine. And then you told me your name's actually Summer, and that kind of was it for me.
This is so crazy. I just can't believe it. What if like Brooke said, I mean, I can keep my name. I don't have to change over to Pants. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm kind of looking to have someone that has my last name with me.
That is so weird. Yeah,
I
it's
can
fine.
I can hyphenate. I can always have my full name on the registry, and then
You
it's
want to have
Summer
a
Stephanie
hyphenate
Pants.
Hyphen Pants, yeah.
Well, no, I don't care. Like, I really don't care what my name is. I think it'd be fine. I don't think people will think it's weird. And I love the name Pants. It's great. It's only 5 letters. That's perfect.
What?
Well, you know, on the Scantron forms and stuff like that, it's so annoying to have a long last name. I would not mind shortening down the Pants.
That is true. It's a lot easier to fill things out.
Important things.
Look, I'm looking out for you. I don't want you to go around and say, hi, my name is Summer Pants, and have people making fun of you behind your back. Who knows?
Okay, this is going to sound really weird, but, like, I might just be ignorant. Is this, like, some sort of sex term that I don't know?
No, it isn't.
I don't know it either if you don't know it.
But I think it should be.
I mean, like, it's just you're making such a big deal out of it. I don't know if this is, like, some weird, like, what's
it'd
the
be the
reason? What's
same
so
if-
bad about it?
It'd be the same if your name was Autumn.
Autumn pants or spring pants.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Daniel, I don't think that you're listening to her or anybody else in the room. Like, you are the only one that has a problem with summer pants.
And you guys aren't getting married anytime soon. If you do, you just had one date. Why not give it another shot, Daniel?
I just feel like we really got along well, and I really do want to see you again. And I don't know, like, I mean, I understand that you have reservations, but I mean, I think it's something that, you know, I'm okay with it.
She is so understanding, Daniel. You are going to be missing out if you worry too much about this pants thing.
So, Daniel, would you like to go out with Summer again on a second date? We'll pay for it.
What, you're going to pay for it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, let's go to Hawaii.
I'm not sending you to Hawaii, Mr. Pants.
Dinner.
Well, you said you'd pay for it.
How about this dinner at somewhere local?
Or like a Hawaiian
Cap
restaurant.
$75.
I think that is pretty generous.
Yes, that's great.
You'll do that? All right. It could be a Hawaiian themed restaurant if you want. I don't care. Summer, does that sound good? Another date with Daniel?
That sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations. Successful second date update.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so
yeah.
much. Yeah, I'm so excited. You better text to call me back, Daniel.
I will, Summer Pants.
See, now you guys already have a little joke. It could work out.
Yeah, it could. I'm super excited to potentially be Mrs. Summer Pants.
Yep. Don't rush things along, all right? One pant leg at a time.
There it is.
God, thank you so much.
Hello?
Hi, is this Kristen?
Yes.
Thank God you're okay. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What? Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah. Why are you calling me?
I'm calling you because we got an email from a friend of yours who is very concerned. Well, I don't know how much of a friend he is, actually.
Yeah.
His name is Adam, and you apparently went out with him last night.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out why. Normally, people wait like a couple weeks or a month to email us, but he emailed us and wanted us to get a hold of you because apparently you walked out of your date crying last night, and he has no idea why.
I told him that he should wait a little bit longer because you're probably embarrassed.
No, I'm not really embarrassed. I mean, you really want to get into it.
You're not embarrassed to break down in tears when talking about Greek yogurt? And then,
Oh, he told you what we were talking about?
yeah, he said that he thought everything was going well until the topic of yogurt came along. And he brought up the fact that he enjoys playing Greek yogurt. And that's when you started to cry and then left.
I mean, it's just something I do.
Wait, what do you mean? It's like every time you go to the grocery store and you walk by the aisle, you're just in tears?
No, it has really nothing to do with Greek yogurt. It's just a thing I do, like, if I'm just not feeling it. I mean, I wasn't really feeling the date. I was kind of over it. And I just decided, like, I'm just going to start crying, and he'll freak out, and he won't want to touch it after that. And so I just left.
What? You're using crying as an out on a date?
You can just do that?
It works, because so many guys just don't know what to do, and they don't want to deal with it. They think I'm crazy.
No, that's actually a really good idea. If you were to just start crying on a date and be like, I have to go, I'd be like, I'm not going to argue with that. Get out of here. Go do whatever it is that you have to do.
Yeah, guys don't want to deal with it. They think that there's something wrong with you. You're fragile, you're crazy, and they just don't want to deal with it.
Oh my
You're
God,
you're like an evil genius.
It works.
But why didn't you like your date so much? I mean, he sounded like a really nice guy.
Nice? I mean, not really. He wasn't really that nice. I actually thought he was kind of a pig.
Whoa, really?
Okay.
Like, what kind of a pig? Well, there's different levels of pig. I mean,
What are you saying? Like potbelly? Is that what you want to
well,
know?
I mean, did you feel like he was just disheveled and dirty? Did you feel like he
Oh, I
was
see.
like, unkempt? Did you feel like there was another part of him that was like a male chauvinist pig? There's all kinds of pigs.
You do bring up,
Yeah.
no, he brings up a good point.
Definitely chauvinist.
Chauvinist, okay.
Sexist.
He's sexist. What did he do that was sexist?
We were talking about things in school, and I was talking about how, like, I went to school for like math, and he said, "Oh wow, most girls aren't good at math. That's really cool."
Oh yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, that is
Most
dumb.
girls aren't good at math. That is pretty stupid because every girl that I cheated off of in high school to get to pre-algebra was really good at
to
math.
get to pre-algebra.
Yeah.
Those
And
sixth
and
graders
as a-
I was cheating off of
they
when I
were-
was a junior.
They were 8th graders and I was a senior.
Okay,
And most
sorry.
of them were female and they were really good at math. And me being a man, I was terrible at it. So I would never say that.
Did you tell him that you were offended by him saying that?
I let that one go for a second. I was like, okay, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. And then we started talking about cars, and like I was saying how I had to get a repair on my car, and I was talking to the mechanic, and he was like thinking that I couldn't handle myself at a mechanic shop, and why didn't I do it? And do you want me to help you? Girls are always victims at these things, and I'm like, cool, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
don't blame you for pulling the crying card at this point.
Yes, it's like, after all that, then we were talking about careers and work, and then he said, you're so pretty, you don't need to work.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Yeah, at that point, I was like, he already thinks I'm some fragile little girl, so let me just let the tears flow.
I know. In his mind, he's like, there it is. I knew she was a woman deep down. Good at math, good at cars, whatever. I knew the tears were going to come. That's all right, sweetheart. Kristen, thank you for telling us a little bit about why you weren't calling Adam back and why you fake cried in the middle of the date.
Yeah.
I do have to tell you, though, that Adam is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, my God, are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, how can you fake crying to get out of something you don't want to deal with?
I mean, if you're going to be clueless about the things that you say, like, it's just going to get all ugly and awkward. Because I was getting irritated, and I don't want to let my bad side come out and start putting you in your place.
Oh.
Listen, I mean, I'm just trying to give you compliments, and the response is to, like, lie about it and make me worried about you?
Compliments? You think that's a compliment? You were saying that I'm smart for a girl. Like,
Oh my god.
that is not cool. What am I supposed to say to that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I was telling you how smart you were.
For a girl, like, do you not see how you're coming across? That's so chauvinist and sexist. No girls like that.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, like, I really do think you're smart for a girl.
Oh my god, Adam.
The point
Do you not
is-
realize in saying that you're
Yeah.
saying that all men are smarter than women?
What? No, there's guy smart and girl smart. There's two different kinds of people.
Oh my, are you like, you're ignorant?
So wait, I'm confused. Like, you're gonna say that guys and girls just aren't like naturally wired differently? Guys kind of have, they're predisposed to math, and if a girl's smart at it, then great. I mean, I don't know how that's a bad thing.
No, the only reason men excel at math and science is because they're actually pushed into those fields and encouraged to do those things, where we live in an antiquated society where for years females have been told that they can't do that stuff.
I guess that's kind of my point. So that's exactly right. Like, I'm a guy, so I have to be good at math and science. But if I'm as pretty as Kristen, I can be a pretty girl, and things can come to you. It's just kind of it's like lucky that she's that way. I wish I didn't have to do the things I have to do.
Adam, do you even hear the nonsense coming out of your mouth? You sound like a total moron.
You sound more than a moron. You sound someone who is legitimately living back in 1950.
Dude, I feel like I need help. I have 2 women attacking me and all these guys just listening. Like, guys, I thought you'd be there to help. I mean, seriously?
Yeah, you're on your own on this one. Yeah, you hung yourself out to dry a long time ago. You can deal with that. I'm good. I can watch.
The other guys in the room actually believe in, I don't know, equality. It's a weird concept that some people buy into.
Listen, I believe in equality too, but between men and women, things are just different. Some things girls just have easier because they're pretty.
But not all pretty women just get money thrown at them. It doesn't work that way.
Well, some do. I mean, let's be honest. There are some that do. There are some pretty dudes that get money thrown at them too. I don't know how they do it. I am jealous of all of pretty people for getting money thrown at them.
That's rare.
But Adam, you can see why she didn't really like your date, can't you?
I don't know. I guess we're just not a good match because I don't think I did anything wrong.
And that's the problem. That right there is exactly the problem.
Oh my God, Adam, I feel so sorry for you.
Well, that sounds like you might be interested in going out with him again, Kristen. I'm not as smart as a girl, but I am picking up on a vibe. Would you like to go out with Adam one more time on a second date? We will pay for it.
Definitely not.
But we'll pay for it. I have the money that you might not have, Kristen.
Because us little women, how could we ever make ends meet?
Can't say no to
Oh, no, I don't want to get money thrown at me because I'm pretty.
Well, I'll throw it your way if you want to go out with Adam again.
No, thank you.
Oh, all right. Sorry, Adam. I tried to get you a second date there.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like it.
What are you talking about? I tried to appeal to her womanly sensibilities of wanting to get money for free, and it didn't work.
Whatever. I'm done with this.
All right. Well,
too bad.
Regardless, thank you for emailing us to do a second date update, okay?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to turn to you guys for help again.
He's stubborn like a typical man.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello.
Hi, is Nicole there?
This is she.
Hey, Nicole, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. How you doing?
What is this? What's going on?
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, we call you to find out why. And we recently got an email from somebody who went on a date with you.
Really?
Yeah. His name is Eric. And I guarantee you remember going out with Eric because he almost killed you.
Yes, it is hard to forget a date like that. Yes.
So Eric told us a little bit about your date and the fact that he's been trying to get a hold of you and you haven't been calling him back. So he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why. I'm assuming it was the motorcycle ride that you didn't want to go on that's causing you to not call him back.
I mean, it wasn't a great start. You start off with the basic, why wouldn't you tell me you were going to pick me up on a motorcycle question?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you probably want to check on that before just showing up to your house like, hey, get on the back of my hog. We're going for a ride.
Yeah.
You had to have liked him a little bit because I can't even believe that you showed up to the restaurant after that whole incident.
Honestly, I thought about it at that point just saying, you know what, this isn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, he said he'd call me an Uber, and I was like, well, I'm already out here, and he's trying to make it better, and so I thought maybe I should give him another chance.
Okay. That is very nice of you.
Pity date.
So did you enjoy dinner with him then?
Well, I mean, we got there, and I was still really kind of shaken up. But it did start to get better when we got drinks, and I sort of sunk into date mode. You start asking the typical questions and doing the typical first date stuff.
And was the conversation going well and you guys were hitting it off?
Up to a point.
Up to a point.
That's
always
okay.
It's like a bless her heart vibe.
Yeah. What do you mean up to a point?
Well, I started asking, like, what movies do you like and what do you do for fun? Basic stuff.
Yeah.
And one of my, first date questions is, do you have any guilty pleasures? And you ask a question like that and you sort of expect, like, I like to watch Dancing with the Stars, or I really like chick flicks, or something to that effect. But he says, married women.
What?
Say that again?
Say that one more time. What'd you say?
Married women.
Is his guilty
Is his guilty pleasure?
So that was my reaction. I started laughing because I definitely thought he was joking, but I looked up and he wasn't laughing or smiling or anything. He was completely serious.
What did he mean by that?
He enjoys being with married women. I mean,
what?
Oh my!
But I mean, that's like a big old red flag, way more than the motorcycle.
Wait,
Why would he offer that? Like, why would you tell anybody that?
Yeah, and on a first date, I mean, that's definitely not first date for me.
No.
What did you say to him?
I sort of panicked, and I was like, how many times, thinking, maybe it was just one, and he was like, oh, it's my, kind of like a confession, like it's my guilty pleasure. I did it once, and it was guilty, and he literally couldn't give me a definitive answer because there were too many to count.
Oh no!
Hey, you got to give it to him. At least he's honest.
I suppose, but that's probably, where I'm going to have to draw the line.
All right. You've probably told a lot of your friends about that, huh?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah,
It's
it
an
is
awesome story.
That
It's
is a
like-
great story.
Ultimate worst date story ever.
Nicole,
I'm always going to win.
yeah, you are. I also have to tell you that Eric is actually on the phone listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
What?
That mother lover Eric is on the other line. Eric, where are you at?
Oh, man. This is so misunderstood. There's such a misunderstanding here.
Come on.
There's a misunderstanding. You said that your guilty pleasure was being with married women.
No. First of all, I misunderstood what you meant by guilty pleasure, obviously.
Yeah, I guess.
Understand that.
I thought she was like, what's something you kind of feel like you may have been guilty of in the past that you want to admit to me? And I was like,
Oh, yeah. I do married women. It's my thing.
What about you?
It's not like I date married women. I've had a few experiences where married women have been attracted to me. It's not like I always follow through. She's making it sound a lot worse than it really is, actually.
Dude, you didn't really sound overly remorseful about it. It was a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's something you enjoyed.
Well, I mean, it just happened a couple of times.
Dude, you're an a-hole. You can't go around doing married women and then have other women think that that's okay.
I mean, in all honesty, married women are attracted to me, so it's more their fault than it is mine.
What are you going to do, right? Hey, if a married woman throws herself at you, you have to do it. You have no choice. Eric, so when you told us about your date, you didn't mention this conversation at all. Did this not seem like a big deal to you when you said that?
I didn't think it was.
What? How do you not think it is?
I don't know. It happened a few times in the past, and for the record, I don't think any husband has ever known about me.
Oh my gosh, that does not make
Good.
it better.
That makes
No.
it perfectly okay.
No.
I'm 100% serious.
That's not actually where the problem lies.
Why would she
You-
ever believe that you're not one big lying cheat after you admit something like that on a first date?
I don't think Eric's a liar. I think Eric is maybe honest to a fault. I think you can trust Eric, Nicole. That's one thing.
But I think that's accurate. I think he would cheat, but he would tell me.
Right.
I'm not sure that that's a win-win situation.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude.
I shouldn't have even brought it up.
No, you definitely shouldn't have brought that up.
I mean, again, it's not like I'm out looking for married women. I seem to drive. My bike attracts a lot of married women.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Married women. It's not
Wow.
my fault. It just happens. It just seems to happen to me a lot. That's all I was kind of saying. That married women seem to come on to me a lot.
You're not making this any better at all.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's a guilty pleasure because I feel kind of guilty.
That makes sense.
You want to save your affinity for having sexual relations with married women until you guys are already dating for a little while, Eric. It's too early on a first date.
Honestly, Nicole, I thought we had a great time that night. I mean, aside from the bike and this misunderstanding in our conversation, I really think you're awesome. You're adorable. I don't know. You seem like someone I could definitely hang out with if you wanted to go out again.
He feels that way about you, Nicole, and you're not even married. That shows how much he cares. Yeah. Nicole, would you like to go out with Eric again? We'll pay for a second date.
Don't you dare do it. That's the biggest red flag ever.
I really don't think so. I appreciate the offer though.
All right. You sure?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you can hit him up later on down the line when you're married.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Nicole.
This is Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. What is that?
It's a radio show.
Are you selling something?
No, I'm not. Well, I am, but we can talk about that later. I'm calling you for something else.
Okay. Is this a joke?
No, it's not a joke.
Oh, I hear people laughing.
Yeah, that would be Jose.
I tend to do that.
I'm calling you because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Okay. This seems like a prank or something.
It's not a prank, I promise you. Actually, the guy who emailed us speaks very highly of you. His name is Tim.
Tim who?
Tim, he's a guy that you met off of Tinder and you went on a dinner and a movie date.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Why did he email you about me?
Because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. So Tim is wondering why you're kind of giving him the cold shoulder.
This is a weird thing. I mean, he called you. Why wouldn't he just call me?
I guess he's been trying to call you, but every single time he texts you or tries to get a hold of you, you just tell him that you're busy.
But why call a radio station?
Because hopefully we can be a little more persuasive and find out the answer since you won't really talk to him.
He's totally in the dark on this one. He has no idea what went so wrong.
Well, he wouldn't know. Nothing he did. It's not his fault.
Okay. If it's not his fault, then can you tell us what went wrong? Why don't I just tell you what he told us about the date? He said that you guys went out for Chinese food, and there was sort of an awkward moment because you don't know how to use chopsticks.
Yeah, that happened.
All right. Did that bother you a lot? It sounded like it might have been kind of embarrassing.
It was totally embarrassing, and I felt so stupid. But he was actually really cool about it. I'm sure that if I named a few other guys, if I had gone out and been in that situation, they would have made me feel really stupid. And he was actually really nice about it.
All right.
I can't believe you guys left the restaurant because you couldn't use chopsticks, though.
I know. Well, I was embarrassed. I just felt like I couldn't get it, and I was starving.
All right, so it wasn't the chopstick thing.
No, not at all.
All right. Well, he also told us that when you guys went to the movies, like right before the movie, you got very quiet and then didn't really say much the rest of the date. And then after the movie, you just took an Uber home and didn't even give him the opportunity to drive you home?
Yeah, I wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You did a good job
What
accomplishing
happened?
that.
If you say it's not his fault, I mean, that sounds like a pretty rash decision.
Oh, God. All right, so we're in line to get our food at the concession stand.
Okay.
And he gave me money before he took off to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And we were, next in line. So the cashier kept looking at us. I know he saw me with him, but by the time I got to the front, I was by myself.
Okay.
Okay? So he says, are you ready? He says, oh, that's so sweet that you're taking your son out. I wish my mom would take me to the movies.
Shut up! Shut up! The concession worker thought that your date was your kid?
Yes.
No way!
Wow.
Wait, are you way older than him?
No, it's 5 years.
Oh, my God!
Did you want to slap that dude?
Oh my God, I wanted to slink away. I felt like throwing up. I was so embarrassed.
Oh, poor
I just felt horrible. Who does that to somebody?
What did you say back to the concession worker?
I didn't say anything. He just kept going on about how he wants to spend more time with his mom, and he misses her, and he was loud. I was so embarrassed.
Everyone
Okay,
can hear,
but the thing is, concession stand workers at movie theaters are usually 15 years old or 16 or something. I mean, maybe he just didn't have a good grasp on age.
It didn't matter. I mean, he said it, and I just couldn't get it out of my mind.
Oh, man.
Very nice way to start a romantic evening.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, do other people think that? I mean, do I really look that much older?
Full theater.
I mean, it's just, I felt stupid. I don't want to be a cougar. That's gross.
You're not a cougar. It's only 5 years. If I were you, I would have grabbed my son and made out with him in front of that concession stand worker. You show him who's boss.
I guess I should have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really fair. You blamed it on your date. You ended up not calling him back, and this guy really liked you.
I know, but it just kind of dampened the whole evening. I felt stupid. First the chopsticks, and now I'm his mom.
You're the old lady who doesn't know how to use chopsticks.
Right?
So that's why you don't want to go out with him again, because you're afraid that people will think he's your son.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Nicole, nothing brings me more pleasure than to reacquaint you with your son, Tim, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Tim.
Oh, my God.
Nicole, I can't believe that happened.
This is so bad.
That's the worst. I think Brooke is right, though. I mean, those guys, all those kids there, they're 16 years old behind the counter, right? They can barely scoop that popcorn. They don't know.
I mean, that's nice of you to say. But, I mean, obviously someone thought that I was old enough to be your mother.
Yeah, but they don't know anything. They don't know the truth. I mean, honestly, we had a great time. We really hit it off. I understand that upset you, but if you just told me that, I would have just been don't even worry about it.
Oh, see how sweet he is.
See, now you sound like you're his mom.
You
when you say
raised
that
him
to
right,
him, you know what I mean?
I'm not trying to be his mom. I just said he was sweet.
Yeah, but now you can't say anything like that because the only visual I get is a mom talking to her son.
That's awful. Everybody's going to start thinking it.
Yeah, but maybe you're placing the wrong blame. Maybe it's not because you look old. Maybe it's because, Tim, do you look super young?
I mean, yeah, I got that baby face going on, when I shave. So, I mean, I think it's totally on me, personally.
See?
I mean, everyone's being so nice about it. But, I mean, Tim, don't you think it would be weird to go out? I mean, people are going to think I'm your mom.
Here's the thing, Nicole. Like, whenever you're seeing anybody, like, there are going to be people who have a lot of things to say about a couple, but, like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I liked about your Tinder profile in the beginning, was that it seems like you didn't really care what people think. And, I mean, honestly, I think you're great. I think we had a good connection, so I think it could work.
Aw, pretty cute.
That was really cute.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he deserves a spanking. He's been bad. Maybe, Nicole. You don't know that. Hey, Nicole, would you like to go out with Tim for a second date? We will pay for it. We'll give him an allowance to take you out.
Oh, that's horrible. I mean, if he is okay with, dating his mother, then...
Tim, are you okay with dating your mom?
That is the weirdest question we've ever asked her in a second date update.
Look, Nicole, it was just one kid at a movie theater saying one thing. I don't think it's that big of a deal as you think it is. Like, of course I want to go on another date.
Good man.
Aww.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Tim. You got your second date.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
Yeah, no problem. You guys are going to have so much fun at Chuck E. Cheese. It's going to be great. Nicole, don't let him have too much root beer, though. You know how he gets.
Oh, that's horrible.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello.
Hi, is this Deanna?
Yes. Who's this?
Deanna, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi. Are you familiar with the show?
So which show?
The radio show.
I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show. You're not familiar with it at all?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm calling because you recently went on a date with somebody who does listen to the show.
And he emailed us because he says that you're not calling him back after your date, and he wanted us to see if we could find out why.
Who is the he?
His name is Anthony.
Oh.
Yeah, Anthony. You met him at the club the other night?
Mm-hmm.
You've been texting with him?
Well, more like he's been texting with me, so yeah.
Okay. Well, Anthony emailed us about you because he thought maybe we could figure out why you don't want to go out with him.
No, I'm good. I'm not interested.
In him or in telling us why?
A little bit of both.
Okay. Well, can you tell us anything? Because he's really curious. He thought you guys had a great time.
A great time?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
He sounds like a really nice guy.
Yeah, he's nice. I'm not going to say he's not nice, but great time is pushing it a little bit.
Would it be a bad time? Did you have a bad time with him?
I don't really want to categorize it as bad. It was weird. Can I just say weird?
Yeah.
Sure. Can you tell us anything, though? Because honestly, he doesn't remember most of the night.
If I was as drunk as he was and I had as many Long Island iced teas as he did, I probably wouldn't remember the night either. So.
Was he super obnoxious?
Oh, my God. So obnoxious.
But didn't you hang out with him, like dance with him all night and go up to the bar and chat and get drinks together?
We started in the beginning of the night. We were talking, and it was cool. He seemed really nice. But that was before his eyes started going in a million different directions, and he was probably about 4 Long Island iced teas down. So, yeah. He went from cute to like, oh, my God, I can't believe I'm even like standing next to this guy right now. He's so embarrassing.
Oh.
Did he walk you home?
He insisted on walking me home. I did not push for that.
Okay, because he
was
told us a little bit about that. He said that he thought you had asked him to walk you home, but he couldn't really remember.
Yeah, no, it didn't go like that. I said, I'm going to go, and he said, well, it's a man's job to make sure a lady gets home okay, so I'm going to walk you home.
Hey.
Well, I couldn't get rid of him, not going to lie. So I was like, all right, whatever, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm just going to go with it. It's funny because he thought he was walking me home, but it was more like me walking him home.
Yeah. So were you the one that put him in a cab?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he was wondering. He couldn't remember. He thought maybe you did or somebody else did.
Yeah, no, it was just him and I. We were walking, and I really saw how drunk he was because he was starting to get emotional, talking about his dog that had passed away that he was close with. And, oh, my God, he was really going in, and I felt bad. It was getting deep.
Okay, so you just want us to tell him that he was annoying and drunk, and that's why you don't want to go out with him.
And can you also tell him this? It is not okay to try to exchange your date for Taco Bell.
What?
That it's not okay.
What are you talking about? And 2, it's not?
No, it's Jubal.
Yeah. Well, we were walking home after the club. We saw a bunch of kids with Taco Bell, and he whipped out $10 and offered to give it to them for the Taco Bell.
Okay.
They said no. He whipped out 20. They said no. So then he turned and looked at me, looked at them, and said, well,
what about if you just take her in exchange for the Taco Bell?
You can have her.
Like you're some object that could be traded for Taco Bell burritos? Oh, now I'm pissed.
Yeah, I was not okay with that.
What did the kids say?
They laughed and they walked away, and he just was like, I'm so hungry.
Oh, my God. I would have been irate.
As drunk as he was, I'm like, seriously, man, you're going to, like, give me up for fast food? No, this is not. And at that point, I was like, okay, time to call an Uber. And that was it.
Okay.
Good for you.
And that's when you put him in the cab.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I bet you he'd be pretty interested to learn all that. I don't think he remembers any of that because he's on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, it's good to hear from you again.
Good to hear from me. Did you not just hear, like, my entire story that I just told? Hello? You know what you did?
Well, it was just nice to hear your voice again.
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. Did you hear that you tried to trade me for burritos?
Okay, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry I did that. I don't remember doing it, so I trust you. I take your word that that's exactly how it went down. But I promise you, normally if I was sober, I probably wouldn't try to trade you for food, though.
So I would hope you would never, even if you were sober, try to trade me for anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I was just joking because I was so drunk and I've been so funny all night.
No, you pulled out your wallet and pulled out actual cash money.
Well, was there more than one taco? Because I'd like to think that I was trying to get some for both of us.
I don't know how much was in the bag. Does it really matter? You tried to trade me for fast food.
Oh, okay, well, it doesn't matter how much Taco Bell there was. I'm sorry I tried to trade you. What if I promise never to do it again?
Oh, my God. Can you promise to never drink again? Because that was just atrocious.
You know what? I'm just glad that I allowed myself to be vulnerable around you.
What?
Because that's how much I care.
No!
Look, the only reason why I got that drunk was because I was so nervous, because I didn't expect you to be showing so much interest in me, because you're so pretty.
No, you were drinking so much because it was $3 for 3 Long Island iced teas.
Oh, those must have been dirty.
Well, I mean, I appreciate a good deal, and I was nervous about talking to you.
It was also that, Deanna.
Those are 2 very good statements that he came back with, Deanna. You got to give him that.
I don't know. I mean, he's funny. Listen, I'm going to give it to you, Anthony. You're a funny guy, and you're nice, but you were a lot cooler before you threw down all those drinks. I liked you before that. After that, not so much.
Well, in that case, Deanna, would you like to go out with Anthony again? We'll pay for it.
Deanna, how about this? Go on a date with 10 o'clock me, not 1 a.m. me.
I think you should make it like 7:30 you, Anthony, from the sounds of it.
If you go out with me again, I promise I won't drink on our next date. I won't drink on our next 5 dates. I want you to get to know me, the real me, sober me, all right? I won't eat for 5 days, whatever it takes. I won't do anything other than you.
I don't think you wanted to say that.
That's a weird statement, Anthony.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, though. My point is, like, I just want you to get to see the real me again, not club me. I don't like that guy. I don't want to be that guy.
What do you think, Deanna? Would you go out with Anthony one more time if he promises not to drink?
Say yes. We've all had dumb drunk nights. Do it. Give him a second chance.
I will go out with you again if you promise not to drink and you promise not to trade me for food.
What do you think, Anthony? Can you do it?
Yeah, that's the deal. I can do it. I promise not to drink, and I promise not to trade you for food.
All right, then let's do it.
All right,
Sure.
well, congratulations, Anthony. You got your second date.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Don't screw it up.
Yeah.
I'm so excited I got to celebrate. Who wants to drink?
No, nobody. Not you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
I was looking for Trevor.
This is Trevor. What do you got?
Trevor, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What is that?
That is a radio show.
Jubal is your name?
Yes, it is. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning. What can I do for you?
Good morning. Well, I actually have a question about a date that you went on. One of our listeners emailed us about you. And I'll just get to brass tacks. I can tell you're a business kind of guy.
Yeah, straight to the point here.
Okay, whatever. Do what you need to do.
All right. So here's the deal. You recently went out with a girl named Heather. You remember going out with Heather?
I do remember going out with Heather, yes. Why are you asking me about it now?
Well, because Heather emailed us saying that after your date, which was the most romantic date she's ever been on, by the way, after your date, you stopped texting her, and she's wondering why.
Wow. That's a real grown-up move there, Heather.
What? Wait, I don't get it. Like, are you upset by that? Are you being sarcastic or?
That she emailed the radio station to complain about why I'm not calling her after our date.
It wasn't a complaint.
Yeah, not to complain about it. She's just like in the dark. She doesn't know why you stopped talking to her.
Mm-hmm. Well, all I can say is I'm good there.
You're good there.
What? Wait, you're telling me that you're good there and you put that much effort into a first date?
We talked to Heather, and she told us about the date you took her on, the private meal on a rooftop with all of her favorite foods made by private chefs. Yeah. That's a lot to do for a lady.
That's kind of just what I do.
That's what you do on all your first dates?
No, it's just kind of what I do in life. It's little details are important, and if you can ace the details, then you're going to ace the test.
Okay,
so
it's not a test.
So this wasn't even that crazy of a first date for you.
For me, no.
For her,
it was. For her, yes.
Right. Okay.
I knew it would be that way, and it was all by design.
Okay, wait. I'm confused. The way she described you, you were charming, you were romantic, and right now you're coming off as kind of a smug a-hole.
Well, you call me in the middle of my business day in a situation like this. I'm not going to be particularly happy about it.
All right.
Okay,
so
I can
we can get you on
understand
the
that.
phone as quick as possible if you wouldn't mind just telling us why you're not wanting to talk to her.
Look, we had a lovely time, and I got what I wanted out of the date.
You get what you wanted out of it, but you didn't even kiss her at the end. What did you want out of it?
Dinner?
If you must know, I did it for a business deal.
What?
You did it for a business deal going out with her.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I sometimes do business with her father,
Yeah, she told us that.
and sometimes in a deal the numbers can all line up and it can all look great, but it's really the personal touch that closes. And this guy clearly had a soft spot for his daughter. She was a good-looking gal. He mentioned that it might be a good idea that I date her, so I called her up and I took her on the best date of her life.
So you're telling me that you used her as a stepping stone in your little effing career?
I'm not saying that, no, but I will tell you that 2 days later I closed the deal.
You are, oh my.
So,
Once the money comes in.
so you took her out just to close a deal with her father.
Not just to close the deal. We had a nice time. She had a nice time, I'm sure. It wasn't a wasted night in her life.
Yes, it was. You were texting her afterwards and you couldn't wait to see her again. You played with her emotions. You totally let her on. You're a total
Jeez, Brooke.
Look, you can call me names all you want, but I'm just being honest with you guys. You called me, and I'm the one closing multi-million-dollar deals on a regular basis.
Yeah, but you didn't have to, like...
Use
I mean,
people?
couldn't you just go, yeah, sure, I'll go out with your daughter and take her on a regular date and not try to be super romantic about it?
So I should take her on a date?
Or,
I guess-
hey, I don't know. Maybe you just don't use his daughter at all and you're actually a good businessman and you make a deal without having to use somebody's daughter in the process of it.
Listen, sweetheart, in business, you do whatever you need to do to close the deal, okay? I close the deal. The day that you're doing things like that, you can come talk to me, but I'm the one who knows my business.
Good Lord.
And by the way, her dad offered her up.
She's
So I'm going
not,
to take advantage of that.
she's not a bonus structure, you asshole.
Dad's fault.
You are an asshole. He didn't offer me up. Oh my God.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on here?
Trevor, that's Heather. She's actually on the other line listening and wanted to talk to you.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
You f***ing used me. You took me on this romantic dinner. You told me all these things that you loved about me, how you wanted to see me again. Like, what the hell was that? That was...
And you had a great time, right?
Yeah, I had a great time because I believe you really liked me.
I do like you, Heather, but that doesn't mean I'm going to marry you. That doesn't mean that we're obligated to have anything beyond that night.
Oh, man.
You are the biggest ass I have ever met in my entire life. I've never met someone as awful as you, ever.
I don't really have much of a response to that. All I can say is that at the end of the day, ask yourself this question. Were you going home with me if I asked you?
No.
I saw the look in your eye at the end of the night. If I wanted to take you home with me, I 100% could have. And I didn't. I didn't even kiss you. I respectfully ended the night with you. So when it comes down to it, I was a true gentleman, no matter what you might think about.
Really? Really? You were a gentleman by wasting my time just to get a business deal with my father.
At what point did I sign a contract with you that gave me any obligation with you whatsoever?
You have an obligation just to be a good human being. Like, life is not business. You don't do this to people.
I never once treated you unkindly or disrespectfully until you called the radio station trying to call me out.
He's right.
Yeah.
No, he's not right.
He didn't
It's
treat her
totally-
badly when they went out.
He treated her like an object, okay? Whether he said it to her face or not, that's as disrespectful as you freaking get.
He was nice about it.
Oh my God, you guys are idiots.
I'd like to go out on a
Yeah,
nice
then
date.
you stopped texting
ghosting me completely. So I don't really think that that's treating me well. Do you? Just leaving somebody hanging like that after taking them on an amazing date? You couldn't even just be honest and be like, actually, I went out with you to close a deal. Like, I might have even respected that a little more, but I had to call a radio station and get them to talk to you. Give me a break. I'm going to tell my dad to pull the deal with you. Like,
Well, it's a little late to pull the deal. Deal's closed, so it's not going to happen.
Dude, Trevor, how do you have like zero remorse whatsoever?
You know, I might feel a little bad about it, but when I have my bank account, I feel pretty good about how my business is going.
Oh my God, you narcissistic.
I feel sorry for you because you may say you have a bunch of money and you love your business, but you have no heart and no soul, and I pity you. You're going to end up alone.
Look, you never would have known about any of this if you hadn't done this whole thing that you're doing right now.
I would have still been wondering.
You could have had a fantasy for the rest of your life of the guy that you could have had, and whatever happened to him. Well, we sure had a nice time that night.
Why not try to have another nice time? Trevor, would you like to go out on a second date with Heather? I know you have money, but we'll pay for it.
Please don't even offer that. I don't want to go.
Are you sure?
You know what, Heather? I think there's another deal that might be good for your dad in a couple of months, so maybe we just wait until then.
Oh my God, you did not.
Oh, Trevor, I can guarantee you my dad will not be doing any more deals with you.
Trevor, thank you for being brutally honest with us.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Oh my God, I'm angry.
And Heather, I'm sorry you had to find out that you were just a pawn in his game of trying to get some business done with your dad.
Yeah.
I guess it goes to show you don't listen to your dad anymore.
That's a good point.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Jamie.
Yeah, this is Jamie. What's up?
Jamie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Wait, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Thanks for listening.
And I'm calling you today because we actually had a listener email us to see if we can get in contact with you. Her name is Stephanie.
I don't know a Stephanie, so you're going to have to help me out here.
I think you probably do know a Stephanie. You met her while taking the shuttle to the airport.
I met her on the airport shuttle?
Yeah.
Wait, you seriously don't remember right now?
Still?
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, you're really going to have to refresh my memory here.
What do you mean I'm going to have to? How would I have to refresh your memory if you met somebody on an airport shuttle? I've never met one person on an airport shuttle.
Yeah, you could say I've met a few people on airport shuttles. So, like I said, you're going to have to help me out here, dude.
You know, the girl that you pulled out the nuts and the alcohol for, you played the romantic music on your phone. You said you'd call her.
Why are you laughing? What's so funny?
You guys got to tell me what she looks like, seriously.
I don't know. I've never seen a picture of her. She just sent us an email and asked us to call you.
We'd figured that description was probably going to be good enough.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else specific you can give me here? Because if you don't know what she looks like and I don't know what she looks like, we're going nowhere.
I'll tell you what we know. We know that you met her on the airport shuttle. She was sitting there when you got on. You sat down and flirted with her and had a real quick shuttle date. And she said that you told her you were going to be gone for a few weeks on business, but you'd get in touch with her when you get back. She said she called you and emailed you, but has heard nothing.
Wait, you said she emailed me?
Yeah.
Yes. That's all we know.
Oh, the email girl?
Wait, how is she the email girl?
How is she not the shuttle girl and the email girl?
Well, she was email girl on the shuttle, but wait, she called a radio station to get a hold of me.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
That's hilarious. I mean, it's great. I'm not like complaining, but like, wow, I can't believe she did that.
What?
Okay, so you're excited that she did this, but you don't remember her.
Well, like I said, I remember who she is now, just from the emails, but I can't believe it worked.
Hey, wait, if you're excited that she contacted us to talk to you, why didn't you email her back?
I'm more curious why you said I can't believe it worked.
Yeah, what worked?
It's amazing that it worked to the point where she would go this far with it.
Whoa.
So wait, was the whole thing like a shtick that you used to lots of ladies on the shuttle bus?
Well, that day it was, yeah.
That day it was.
Yeah, here's the deal. I mean, I'm not like one that likes to brag about himself, but I don't do too badly when it comes to like meeting ladies and picking up girls and whatever.
Okay.
So I decided why not be a little entrepreneurial about it and write a book about being able to pick up women quickly in unusual places.
So wait, it was like research for your book?
Well, I can't write a book about being able to pick up women in weird places if I don't actually try to pick up women in these places. So I have to have test subjects, so to speak.
Okay, so you were on the shuttle that day.
Yeah, trying to see how many numbers I can get.
don't know how I feel about all this.
Whoa.
And did it? I mean, other than this, did it work well?
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, it worked quite a few times. My batting average wasn't bad that day.
Okay, wait, though. I get that was your point, but were you actually interested in Stephanie?
I mean, there was nothing wrong with her, per se. I mean, she's nice.
So that's a no.
Well, I mean, I didn't call her back, but I'm still pretty excited that the whole thing worked as well as it did. I mean, she went so far as to email a radio station, so that's pretty good.
Don't you feel like it's a little messed up, though?
I mean, I'm not sleeping with them. I'm not, like, taking their money. I'm just giving them time.
Yeah, but you're still leading them on, and it's all a lie.
No, calling her back would have been leading her on. Plus, the information that I'm getting from what I'm doing is going to help some of the other dudes out, especially since it works. So, if I can hold up for a second, what's your name again on the phone?
Jubal, Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. Can I have permission from you to put this whole deal in my book? Because this is pretty awesome.
The second date update, the fact that she would call a radio station?
Just the whole thing is beautiful.
Yeah, I guess. I don't care. Sure.
Sweet.
If I give you permission to do that, can I have your permission to put her on the phone with you right now? Because she's actually listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Oh, the twist.
Surprise!
Stephanie?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
What's wrong with you?
Nothing?
No, but like at a fundamental level, like what's wrong with you?
You didn't think something was that wrong with me, like, I guess, whenever, a couple weeks ago.
I mean, that's when I, didn't have any clue. They were trolling the airport to write a ridiculous book that's going to help no one. Like, what's wrong with you?
Well, actually, I think I just established that it's going to help guys, and,
It's going to help guys pick up women that you'll never speak to again? I'm confused on how this book's going to work.
Well, no, the idea for the other guys that are picking up the women is so that they do speak to them again. So, if anything, you're helping those guys out, too, if you put it in perspective.
So it's a positive thing, Stephanie, that his whole date was just a sham.
There's nothing positive about any of this.
Are you pissed?
It's like a combination of like rage and like speechlessness. So I'm having like a real bad struggle, like not jumping through the phone and tearing out your eyes.
So it's a yes.
And like also looking for the right words to say.
Look, I'm sorry that you're offended, but you do have to understand that you were part of a much bigger project, and you were a positive part of it. So that's good. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have interacted with you in a way that was fun if I wasn't actually enjoying our conversation. So we can, you can look at it that way.
I just, I honestly just can't believe that I bought the whole thing. It seemed so sincere and impromptu, but you had been running this game up and down the airport all day.
Well, if it makes you feel, I mean, you were probably the nicest person that I talked to.
Oh, that's
You don't
that's
remember
sweet.
that. You're such a liar. You didn't even remember who she was when we called you.
Well, I remember now when you said email.
Yeah, of course you do.
And Stephanie, I mean, I would look at it this way, Stephanie. You already said that you had a great time, and those are kind of things that you can't give back. And, even though I didn't call you back, it doesn't mean that we didn't enjoy a moment together, at least that little shuttle ride that we had,
Dude, he is.
You are good.
He's good, man.
Yeah.
You got to understand how she feels used and stupid, though.
Well, I mean, feelings weren't really my intention, and my intention wasn't to hurt anybody. My intention was to write a book, and, sometimes you get collateral damage with this kind of subject matter.
You hear that, Stephanie? You just took some shrapnel. That's all. No big deal.
Right in the neck.
Yeah.
Jamie, have to ask this question no matter what. Jamie, would you like to go out on an actual date?
No, do not ask Jamie about another date. Don't.
It's
not necessary to do that at all.
Oh, man.
Come on, Stephanie, you got to admit, like, after this whole radio deal, the whole thing's kind of funny. So, like, maybe we could just, like, have a drink and laugh about it. You know what I mean? I kind of owe you.
Maybe you can have a drink by yourself, Jamie, while you laugh over writing this book.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you won her over.
Well, it's unfortunate, but, it's now that I'm talking to you and I kind of get a better gauge in your personality, whatever, but I can always go back and ride the shuttle, I guess.
Yeah, back to the shuttle to meet some more ladies.
Always got the shuttle.
Yeah.
The shuttle Casanova.
Hey, Stephanie, I'm sorry you did not get a second date.
Yeah, well, it's probably better that way at this point.
You have a cool story to tell, though.
You know you're going to be buying that book just to see what he actually said about you.
What do you mean buy this book? He's going to give me a free copy.
Yeah. You at least owe her that, Jamie.
Yeah.
I think I can make that happen. I know the writer.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.